Alrighty, here I am. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the stream here. I hope, oh, for God's sakes, I can hear myself again. I don't know why I can. Every time, I forget to turn that mute button on. But welcome back to the stream, guys. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today, because I'm doing pretty good myself. Now, I got on my phone now. I got the trifecta on the computer, on here, and then on the phone. Well, it's already starting to be a great stream. BeagleMan45, thank you for the follow. Haven't even gotten 30 seconds in and already 3 messages, but we got a follower. I do appreciate it. I might know Beagle as well, but welcome back to the stream here. Now, I did mention last time we were going to move on to playing something else besides Evil Genius. But I got home from work yesterday. I'm like, all right, well, let's see. You know, checked a few emails, stuff like that. And I got an email that said, hey, out now, the first Evil Genius 2 DLC. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And it's a new henchman. There's some new skins. There's some new quests. I'm like, well, I just completed the first one. Let's just do a second one. So that's what we're doing today. I've already got the game pulled up here. It's actually running in the background. And here it is, Evil Genius 2 World Domination. Now, if you were here with us the past, I think, 4 or 5 weeks, last couple of streams, you'll have seen this game and me playing through it the first time. We actually completed our Let's Play through it, kind of almost, not really prematurely, but, you know, kind of interesting. From the last time, we ended it pretty quickly. It took about 24 hours if you just run straight through the game, but, you know, fair enough. So we're going to start a new game today. We'll create a new game. Now, we did play as Maximilian last time, so I think we're going to do something a little bit different this time. I did think about going with Red Ivan. I mean, come on. Classic, also from the original game, but I want to play one of the new Evil Geniuses. I actually was looking at Zalika, I think is how it is. She's actually the scientific one. Of course, Red Ivan's military, and Emma is the social or deception minions one. So, she gets 3, you know, they all have 3 kind of traits. She has, you know, take priority, which actually increases science minions have a bigger boost immediately, and then also he has a one called repair, and it immediately repairs everybody using smarts and nanobots. So it looks like they actually research quicker as well because she's what they call a true genius. Let's actually read her profile because I don't know anything about Zalika. Just haven't really, you know. Just never, you know, haven't done any of the research yet on this one. So the ends justify the means, and Zalika never dreamed small. She created the first artificial intelligence, the integrated robot intelligence system, at the age of 6, and beat it at chess a year later. Zalika sees a society the way it truly is. Patterns of individuals who think they're acting on free will. Most humans are dreary creatures who don't know what is good for them and waste time with petty squabbles. People want algorithms to tell them how they live. They need a single intelligence to bring a golden age of prosperity. Humans run on code. It needs a coder, and Zalika is just the supreme intelligence for the job. Yeah, this actually is an interesting one, because I was actually watching a TV show called Year Million. If you have like Disney Plus or anything like that, it's on National Geographic. They actually talk about something very similar to this. This is actually really kind of interesting. It's actually something that people have talked about. Yeah, this could very well happen. Maybe not in the Evil Genius type of way, but I think it could happen. But Enzimo, I just saw you pop in the chat. How you doing today, sir? Let's see here. There was one I was going to do, because I actually like this one. This is the one that's called, let's see what this one's called. This is Montanus Gilmas. Exclusive. Isolated. Evil. So yeah, this actually is kind of neat. It's got the 2 pillars look, and I really like that. I wanted to give that a try. Because why not? It seemed kind of fun. So I want to go details. Let's see here. Next, there's one I have to hit so I don't get the tutorial. Oh, there it is. But now here is, I actually want to turn this to hard. And I just want to see how this goes, because we played it on easy, I actually wanted to, see how hard this can get, because we played it on normal last time. So we're gonna get started. You know, Intimo, it's kind of a funny thing. I just graduated a couple months ago from getting my associate's degree in software engineering. So I can understand that. You know, there's a moral question on things like that. But yeah, it's a field that I enjoy. I don't know if this would ever be something it's a little weird. It's software engineering, but But hey, I've been looking into different companies to go work for, trying to get back into it. It's been about a year since I really since I really got to go into any engineering at all. But there she is, our evil genius. I think it's pronounced Zalika. I could be wrong about that, but
I can barely hear myself think.
No.
All your incessant babbling, the constant construction.
And the gunshots?
Yes, the gunshots are particularly disruptive. I need a place to think. An inner sanctum. Somewhere I can gather the greatest criminal minds.
Your vaults are full.
Alrighty, so let's get on with this, and we'll start with some construction, because I think it's a good way to start. And I think over here what we're going to do is I'm going to do all like the minion stuff over here. Where's our vault at? Our vault is nowhere to be seen. Alright, well, what I might do then is actually put our... Ooh, that actually is quite a bit larger. I don't know. I might go ahead and put the inner sanctum over here and do the minion stuff over here. Because this is like the tower, if I'm not mistaken. So it gets kind of small. Well, maybe not. Is that the tower over here then? I bet you it is. It is. You actually start on level 4 this time instead of level 3. Huh. A little different. Alright. Well, here's what we're going to do then. Let's go ahead. Yeah. I want to do 2 towers. That seems kind of interesting. So I think what we're going to do, we're actually going to put all of our minion stuff over here. And put all of our, we probably will put other stuff over here. Maybe like this, the research lab and the power stuff. Kind of the more important stuff over here. So, first things first, let's put a vault up. Because we will need a vault. Very important to have one of those. And I'll unpause the game once they get that going here. We'll do something maybe like that. And we have to do the pallets first, which these pallets are annoying. Annoying at best and stupid at worst. Something like this. Try to cram as many as we can in here. That's like one of the first researches I will do, is just to get rid of those. So let's unpause the game. And let's see, what else are we going to need? We're going to need somewhere let's do a barracks next. Because they're going to start complaining that they don't have anywhere to like relax or anything like that. So we'll need to get this up and going here. I'm trying to plan this out in my head. And we'll also need some more rooms for minions, or we need some more stuff for minions as well. So,
you're running low on power.
Barracks is not the
Build
worst
more
idea in the
generators.
world. And a power station would not be a worse one to build either. Not that room. I want to go to barracks. I could clear all those off. Put our door in here, and let's start working on... Let's actually do the beds first, because those will kind of dictate how we do the rest of the room here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll leave a little bit of space there. Because also this game is it's kind of funny that it's like, you have a lot of... you know what? Let's actually cancel a few of these. We gotta remember, we don't have a lot of money to start out with. So maybe we get like 2 of these. That will... You know what? Let's actually go back here. Let's cancel this portion of it. Just to kind of streamline this a little bit. And we do need a power room. We're gonna need a power room. How much money do we have? We really need to get a control room going, so let's get that up next. Because if we don't, I don't know how this game works in I don't like how that laid out. In terms of how they handle you running out of money before you can actually go out into the world. I don't remember, like in the original game, they're like, here's an extra little bit of cash.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
Alright, so let's cut this back a little bit more. Let's get rid of this section too. So we just have a really tiny control room, but this will allow us to at least...
You do not have enough power to sustain this build order.
At least have that one there. And we can at least confirm that one, at least get that one going. Let's move back over here.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
Let's work on a tiny power room. When I mean tiny, it is absolutely tiny. For at least for right now. Just get a generator in here, maybe a second one. Maybe we can't quite squeeze a third in there. However, if we do, what we can do... Let's cancel that. Oh, that's why. I was like, why is that not working? But that makes sense. If we add in another tile here, we can probably put a third one in there. Like so. That should work out okay. Alright, now we're just doing base construction. So let's go ahead and speed this up just a little bit here. Yeah, apparently they did a lot of balancing in the first big patch, so that kind of helps. Speaking of optional objectives, we probably let's confirm. Let's remove. Those two items wasn't a huge fan of. This is the ones just getting new minions and stuff like that. So that's pretty basic. But we can go out to the world already. Let's see here. Looks like the headquarters are in the same spots they were last time. Maybe not. Actually, this one was different. I think that... No, that's... So the only one that actually moved was the Smash one. So Intimo, if I'm not mistaken, essentially the new DLC adds a new henchman into the thing. And there's a couple new quests. Now, as for the base itself, I think there's different skins he gives you. So, like, you can make your base look different. I don't know if, like, actually it's different in any other way. I really don't know. I don't... You know what? Let me go look. Let's pause the game here. Let me actually bring up the news story. Because I can. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me actually see if I can switch to monitor. Aha, there we go. So you guys see here, so this, this is just my Steam page here. So here is actually the new henchman. It's called the Cabal. Well, it's called the Cabal Pack. But it also, if you see here, it includes the new henchman, Espectro. New layer equipment, the Cabal Indoctrination Chamber. Changes the appearance of 4 other henchmen by giving them a Cabal makeover. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is... I know one of them's Eli. But the new layer equipment, we get the ray gun interrogation device, and we get more accompanying side story quests. By the way, if you're curious, here's actually all the DLC they're looking for. They actually have, looks like maybe 2 new henchmen, 2 more minions, a layer item packed, and actually a new campaign packed. So if you actually are curious about getting the season pass, it looks like it's pretty worth it. If you actually bought, I think, the deluxe edition or the collector's edition, I think you actually got the season pass with your purchase. And that's what I did. If I can actually find, there's actually a really cool photo of them, of the new, like the skins and everything. Let's see if I can maybe find that really quick. Might have been on my email. That's where I saw it, maybe. But that is actually kind of a neat thing that they do have going right now.
You're running out of gold. Maybe
then we got some science we can do,
steal
which
more.
really we need to get, especially since we have a really good science person, we really need to actually probably get on that as quick as we can. And there we are completely out of money. Not ideal, right in the middle of a building of barracks, and they're just like, yep, we're out of money. Alright, well, this is an issue. The only problem is we have no way to get more money, and that is... Right. Can we sell some of this stuff? I know we can't. It's only $1,500, but let's sell that. That'll give us a little bit of cash to keep digging our... you know what we could do? I did ask for a hard mode. I wasn't wrong. However, we can sell this stuff out here. Since we have to clean this out anyways, let's just sell all this stuff out. And once we get all this sold, we'll have a little bit more cash to deal with.
You're running out of gold.
Sell that. There's a lot of like random boxes around here. We can probably just get rid of them. Because we want to design our own casino eventually. You know, it's not like it's the worst idea in the world. And you know, Enzimo, I actually didn't know you could, or I wasn't making any money off of tourist until like maybe a mission before the end of the game. And it's like I could have been making so much more money doing that. So I thought that's what they were doing originally, and I guess I wasn't. So there's our evil genius there. And we're getting a little bit of cash from all this. We'll probably get around, what, 10? Well, maybe a little more than 10 grand. You know, that is actually kind of funny. Max's ability, though, with the training one especially, the other one I really didn't use very much, but the training one's actually very useful. I'm going to miss that in this playthrough. But it is kind of cool, though, that they gave him these special abilities to actually, you know, kind of get the game a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Right now, it's not going to help us to use any of our Evil Genius's skill that to actually, you know.
You can't afford to pay all of your minions.
No, we can't afford to pay all of our minions, so we're going to lose loyalty. Oh well. However, we will get one broadcast strength, so we actually go out and steal some money. That is a nice thing. But we got a barracks going now. We're just waiting on one more signal booster. Then we will actually be able to build a small evil empire somewhere. And there we go. So let's see where we... Number one, our base has moved. We're actually in the South Pacific... Or no, I'm sorry, South Atlantic Ocean. And we were like right here last time. Oh dear. Is the stream having issues? Hold on. I'm not getting anything on my end. Hold on. This is why I have my phone here. Intimate, you might want to restart or just like refresh your browser because it seemed like it's going okay for me, and I'm not sure. I'll keep an eye on it. I know I was having some internet issues a little earlier, as to why I'm not really sure, but you know, it does happen. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I think we're going to go set up like we did last time. We're going to set up in the eastern U.S. because why not? But no, you saying that though, I had to restart both my router and my my cable modem because both of them were having a few issues. But you know, it does happen. Let's see what we've got. Optional objective wise, 20,000 gold from schemes. We can do that, no problem. So what kind of decor we can get? Ooh, I love this one. As to why, I don't know, but I think that. Also, the days without incidents. I love that. It's been 5 days since we had an incident. Unfortunately, the incident broke the countdown thing, which is fantastic. I don't know why I think that's so funny, but to me it is. And you know what? I think we need to go put one of those up because I didn't play this game last time with, you know, decor or anything like that in mind. In this one, I kind of want to do a little bit more. I want to plan the base out a little bit more since I know kind of what the items are this time. Yeah, the broken toilet is pretty. It's funny. Like it has no like reason to be there. Like there is, for whatever reason, they just have one. It's like, whoops. There's a story here and you don't want to know, which is rather funny. So we can do that, and they're free. So it's like, you know, I'll put this right outside I'll put, you know what, we'll put 2 broken toilets, you know, male and female, because we do have both in this game. And we'll put the counter right outside the control room, like those are the people we sent out. You know what? We'll confirm that. But we did say we have our criminal network up and going, so we can actually go out and steal money. Ooh, we had a lock minion type there, so we can go ahead and do that one. Now, I do know some of them do affect your minion stats. It's actually, it's actually kind of neat. Yeah, I never really focused on that really too much when I started playing this game. As to why, I'm not really sure, but yeah, there we go. Perfect. Let's actually get a second control place in here so we can actually set up another network. I did find in my last playthrough. Number one, can I have any more minions?
You're running out of gold.
Not really.
Maybe rob a bank?
But I did notice the last time that the issue we had was, or one of the issues I had was that, like, especially early on in the game, when a super agent would drop themselves off somewhere, they would just stay there. Because I think one of the issues is they just didn't have anywhere else to go. Because they're like, oh, we're only working in here. And so I'm like, okay, that's a bit of an issue.
Build more generators.
I think we're okay now. We can actually build a second or a third generator. It is going to cost us about half the money we have right now, but we can do that. So what do we build next? Let's see what we got. Well, do we want to keep minion loyalty up? We kind of do. Oh, good lord, this thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Alright, so let's do something like maybe this. I'd like to keep this area for the barracks. And we'll keep something like that. Let's kind of do something like this. We'll save this for the barracks area so that we have a pretty decent sized barracks. We can actually have more people in here. We can actually move this hallway out a little bit more. Kind of plan the base out a little bit just so that I have an idea. I can probably put the prison here. Wouldn't be the worst idea. Oh, the basement looks... this one, you're going to have to get your stairs kind of early on, because if not, you're not going to be able to expand your base very much. Let's see here. Is this a decent enough size control room? Let's take a look here. Oh, I've accidentally did that. There we go. Is that a... No, not really. It's actually a small control room. Alright, so let's not do that. Let's actually kind of maybe up here. Oh, hold on. There might be a little... That's only a 3 wide hallway, but do something like that. I think that would be... Well, I keep missing. This is the only thing I don't like, kind of like that view. Sometimes I kind of miss where I want to do. I think it's a decent-sized control room, and so we can kind of go out this way with this. Let's see here. We're gonna need... we're gonna need some sort of staff room. We're gonna need a archive, which we might be able to squeeze both of them in here. If that's the case, we can probably put our research lab here, which that equipment gets very expensive, but... so we'll start out with one of these staff rooms. Kind of get the real quick basis of the game before we really move on to anything major. Yeah, I think we something like this. Oh, can we actually... Ooh, that's perfect.
Not enough gold.
I figured there was not... Alright, we'll confirm that for right now. The only thing I don't like about this game is that I can't actually plan anything out and then just put it on pause, so when we do have the money, we can just go build it. That's the only thing I really don't like about it. That was kind of a nice thing in the first game, where you can actually kind of plan your base out a little bit more, kind of get an idea in your head, and then it was just like, you can just throw, when you were ready, you can just throw put them in play, and just say go for this one. It seems like it worked a little. I kind of like that system a little bit better, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, it seems like we're at least off and running here on our hard playthrough. So Rebellion, if you're watching this stream, which I don't think anyone, or besides a few people, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've actually been doing really good, like, a lot of people have actually been watching. I went and looked at Wednesday's stream already. I think we've already got like 30 views on it in 2 days. I don't know if that really counts the live views from it. Let's see here. Let's get maybe this way a little bit more. But it's actually that's pretty good for, especially from the YouTube. YouTube, I don't get as many views, but I'm still looking at like, I think usually one needs to get like 10 or 12 views a week, so it's not too bad. Yeah, so it's actually it's been kind of nice. These last couple of streams have been doing really well. I don't know if maybe just a lot of people stopped playing Evil Genius after they beat it the first time. Like, oh yeah, that was great. It's like, oh yeah, that was great, but then all left. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be. Oh great, we're already getting investigators. All right, well, where do they get dropped off at? Is my question. Because like, oh, is that the investigator? That's a worker. How does that work? You know what? I bet you they get dropped off over here. I could be wrong about that. And they get, there's the ship. And okay, I think I figured this out. Number one, can we just like stop the cable car for a little bit? It would cut down the money we need to run this place. And we wouldn't have to worry about, investigators for a little while. I'm just pointing that out. All right, Bork, I see you there. How you doing today? It's a lot of scouting. We need a mess hall too. Smash scheme. I don't feel like Northern Saber. We might be able to do that one. Let's see. Well, we really wanted to get another Patriot one, so let's see if maybe we can maybe get a sides quest to get that one done. Let's see here. Is there any other ones we can go steal money from? If not, we can just go get another territory unlocked. I'm actually not doing too bad. Besides the internet connection issues I had a little bit earlier, I'm actually not doing too bad at all. My internet, I don't know why, but I got up this morning. I was kind of doing some things before the stream, and I'm like,
are suffering from low smarts.
oh, look at that.
Build more food counters.
No. It's like I'm literally working on an archive. Nope, food counters. You know what? We can actually probably make this room a lot smaller. So let's do that for right now. I know later on you get other stuff in there, but I think for right now we can do that. And let's also build a small food court, because they do need that. I'll be honest, when I logged on this morning, when I was working on my computer, it was literally running at about 5 megabytes a second. Now, if you're not a tech person, 5 megabytes a second is like... Oh, that's actually the wrong room type. Crap. Is not great at all. It's just... It's dreadfully slow. And I really couldn't figure out why, so I reset everything and it seemed to work out okay now. So as to why that was doing that, I'm not 100% sure, but it was. So
This build order will drain all your power
that's
supplies.
not ideal. Let's get 4 counters in here, and we'll confirm that. Let's go back down to our power room here. Yeah, there was funny enough. So a couple weeks ago, I had some issues with my internet, and apparently both my cable modem and my router went out the exact same day. Yes, it's actually is going to be the DLC. We're going to be getting to the DLC. It's actually so the DLC.
You do not have enough power to sustain this build
Yeah,
order.
that whole episode with me trying to get my router and my cable modem replaced was a pain in the butt. But yes, this actually is going to be, we're going to be playing through the new DLC. The new DLC, they actually added new lair items. They actually added a new henchman and a couple new missions. So I kind of want to see how all 3 of those go. And we'll play, this also is a hard difficulty playthrough. So it'll be a little bit more difficult than the last one. So yeah. It's going to be interesting.
You can't afford to pay all of your minions.
I've never had a router fry me. I actually had a,
Science needs to be left alone. Find and kill that intruder.
I actually did have a power supply blow. When I say blow up on me, there was white smoke and everything.
Time to switch them off.
So yeah, that was an issue. Yeah, I don't know how good
Let's get scientific.
I don't know how good our our evil genius is at fighting, but you know. Oh yeah, when the power supply went in my computer, it actually took the motherboard with it. So at that point, I'm like, I have the money to go replace it. I'm just gonna go tear it down. I literally tore the computer down and went and bought a new computer. But you know, it was okay. Like, here's the thing, I don't mind, like, I work in IT now, I want to go into software engineering, things like that. I'm okay with rebuilding my own computer. Money's usually kind of the issue, but you know.
Optional objective.
Yeah, it did give me a reason. Like, here's the thing, I don't like spending money unless I have to, or I really have been kind of saving up, kind of thinking about stuff like that. But there was an issue, like, but if something like that happens, like if my computer just goes out, I'm like, all right, if I'm gonna, you know, build a new computer, I am going to go say, hey, I'm going to spend this much money. I'm like, this is the one I want. I'm like, I know this is going to last me 5 or 6 years. And I do more than my computer than just game. Like, I was doing some software programming with Java and stuff like that on here. I do classes on here and stuff. So this does multiple things for me. And so I'm like, it's not all about fun. It's about 80% fun. We'll put it that way. But that is just my thought on it. Alright, so I think we have all but these up and going. How much do these cost? They're 15 grand. Let's only buy 2. Confirm that. So now that we've got this going here, let's see what other... Do we have... we do have some more missions we can go start stealing some cash on. I probably just need to get rid of that. So there is that. So we'll get a couple missions going so we can have a little bit more money coming in. We do need... So we got the control room, barracks. We got all the, like, the minion rooms so that they can kind of... Their loyalty won't just go screaming down.
Optional objective complete.
So we do have something over here. Probably getting that much money. There we go. Oh, hold on. We actually had another Patriot one, didn't we? Yes, we... Oh, that's upgraded. Well, we're not ideally ready to do the upgrades. Now, Bork, here's the thing with minions. So right now we just have workers. And the workers are kind of your entry level. They're not ideal for really anything except for construction. So that, you know, yeah, whatever. But we do have actually 3 types of minions. We have, let me look here. I'm trying to find the room I'm looking. There we go. We have 3 different types of minions. You have the muscle minions, which are your military, essentially. They're actually really good at fighting, things like that. You have your science minions.
Power to power this build order.
Yeah, that's gonna be there. Actually, let's move all this down one. So you have your military minions, which are your military. You have your science minions that do all your research and things like that. And then you have your deception minions. Your deception minions distract the forces of justice, which is kind of like the good guys in this one. They can cover your tracks. They especially think like spin doctors and things like that, or valets. They also help run your casino, and so they kind of keep the heat off of you, and that's kind of their whole goal. So you can actually get some pretty powerful ones later on, and so it kind of makes some sense. But let's go ahead. We also need to get a little bit more power here, so let's get. We'll get a 4. Maybe something like this. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Actually, I want to get rid of those. Put some power here. It's going to cost us 9 grand to do all... Well, probably a little more than 9 grand to do all that. But that'll give us a little extra power. We don't have to worry about power as much anymore then. At least for right now. Let's also terminate these people.
Locate and kill that intruder for me. That intruder is just a number. And once you find them, that number's up.
Well then. It's been interesting, some conversations here, you know.
I'll make a statistic out of them.
Bo Krebs, thank you for the follow, sir. I do appreciate it. Imagine streaming. You know, Bo, I've been streaming for over a year now. You know what? We probably shouldn't have our evil genius just getting smacked around this much.
To see the results. Brains overgrown every time.
There we go. We're good. She's going to shoot everything. Yeah, I've been streaming for over a year now. It's actually been kind of fun. This is, ooh, We got a lot of bodies piling up there. Probably need to go take care of that here soon. Let's see. We only have 15 workers. Let's go hire a bunch. There we go. We have 21 coming in. We also have to get some more lockers. Get more for us, but that should be okay.
You can't afford to pay all of your meals.
Seems like everybody wants to come in today, just having some fun. Which is great, because this is what my whole stream was about. It's like I just want to have fun, play some games that I've enjoyed, or this one I've learned to enjoy because it came out recently.
You're running out of gold. Maybe.
And when I say recently, it's been out for I would think it was a month on Tuesday, or is it a month either Tuesday or a month today? It's one of those two things. And I've been playing this. I've got not quite 30 hours into this game. It's not a whole lot. Don't get me wrong. It's only an hour a day, but been busy doing some other things and work and all that. So you got to take some things in moderation sometimes. And this game has been one of them. This is one I've really kind of only been able to play on stream. But because of that, I've been really wanting to play it on stream, and I think that really kind of helps. Because there's some games like there's a couple games that I like, especially with like Planet Coaster. I played it so long, it's just like, all right, cool. I'm just kind of thing, but I don't know any of the balloon tower defense games. I'll have to look them up. There is some other games that I'd like to play that have come out recently. The new Stardew Valley DLC is a 1.5, well, not really DLC, it's the 1.5 update. I haven't had to play much of that. Like I've seen a few videos on it, but I'd like to actually play it myself and see what happens. I think that'd be kind of fun. Because we got some more people in the base. Because right now, I'm trying to think of any new games. I mean,
there's work to do.
I'm trying to think what other big games have coming out recently that we would want to play. Now, what that was? I'm trying to think if there's games. I mean, the new Age of Empires is supposed to be coming out here relatively soon.
Science kills.
There's a couple. I mean, there's games like that. Now, playing through Age of Empires would be fun, but I think the problem is with that. The problem is with like Age of Empires games, especially the older ones, it'd be kind of difficult to stream those. I have to do it through like the monitor and stuff like that, which I can easily do. I've done games like that, but I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. I mean, I'd be okay with it. We might have to do that sometime. But right now we've got our base somewhat set up. We've got a lot of power going now, so at least that is a good thing. You know what we should do? Maybe add in another thing there so we can start stealing some more. Let's also add in a few more lockers in here so we can kind of get our minion capacity up.
Complete.
Oop, I can't get any closer. There we go. Let's see here. Let's go collect all those up. Get a bit of cash. Emily, I kind of thought the same thing. So people are like, hey, I want to start streaming. How do I do it? I'm like, it's almost like, just do it. It's kind of one of those things. When I started, my dad was sitting right here. Literally, I've got about a 3-foot arm. I'm kind of a tall guy. I literally would be hitting my dad right now if he was here. He's actually at work, But when I first started streaming, he was literally sitting next to me. And, sometimes you just got to say, hey, I'd like to do this. And just say, hey, I'm only going to do this for 2 hours or 3 hours. I did it for 3 hours. And, a lot of times they're like, hey, can I get, a little bit of time like that? Number two, you have to have a little bit of the equipment. But you got to think, though, you really don't have to have a lot of I have the professional microphone, I've got the camera and everything like that. Honestly, I would invest more into the microphone than the camera. Like if you don't have a camera, like if I'm not in this corner right here, what does it actually affect? It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. But if my audio sounded like crap, you guys probably wouldn't want to watch this. That's kind of the idea. That I kind of, because if there's streams that I would watch, that's the thing. It's like if they're like, oh, I'm really interested in this game. If the person's audio quality is trash, I'm gonna turn it off. It's just not worth watching. But if hey, I've got a really good microphone, but there's no camera, I could care less about the camera. Like, I don't really, now some people are like, nah, this kind of, for me though, like, showing a streamer kind of showing, well,
Maybe spend less.
kind of showing off themselves, and it gets a little more personal for them. And I've been enjoying doing this for a little while, and I only do it as a hobby. I know there's other people that do it because they make money off this, and maybe one day I will. Who knows? Let's see here. So I've got everything. I'm missing that. I need about 15 grand for that. So we're kind of waiting on this interrogation chair. Once we get the interrogation chair, we actually can start doing some of these side quests. These are all the side quests to get the first batch of our minions, kind of the advanced ones. You know, and the funny thing was, if you watch my original streams, my voice was just flat. It was like, oh, that's like, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. We're playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, because that was the first game I played. It gets better over time. You kind of got to learn. Number one, I did take quite a few, like, public speaking classes, and I took things like that, where they actually kind of judge you on how you deliver your speech, and how you deliver your tone, and things like that. That actually is a very good way to learn how to do stuff like this, because this is in effect public speaking. It's just that you can speak up to millions of people at once instead of a class of 30. You know, people always kind of think, I'm still trying to play this game. I'm kind of waiting on some money here, but people with like stuttering, I actually stutter a little bit too. Not a lot, but I do stutter. To me, especially if you get nervous or something like that, just for me, I slow down. It's like if I don't tell myself slow down, you're stuttering a little bit, people can't understand. But if I just kind of slow down, take my time, enunciate a little bit better, I actually can speak pretty well. And especially if I get excited, I start talking fast and I can stutter a little bit. But that's the thing. Just remember, a lot of people don't understand that this could be your first time streaming, or you've only been doing this for a couple weeks. That's the thing. People are like, hey, if you tell people that. Essentially, if you just tell people that, it's like, hey, I'm kind of new to this, I'm still trying to, figure out how to do all this. And you're doing a lot when you stream. Like, if I show, like, I have 2 monitors full of information in the game that I'm trying to play, just to make sure that I know everything's going on. Let's see. Well, I should say, I actually have more than that. I didn't even think about that. So I have 2 screens here. I've got my main screen over here, and then actually where the camera setting is actually on my second screen, which has the chat. It's got Twitch up there. I've also got my Streamlabs over here, check to make sure all the audio levels are okay and everything like that. But then also, I have a phone down here, which actually is a different connection to make sure that all my my stream is going well, other than just Streamlabs. I do that just to make sure that nothing's going wrong there. So there's a lot going on. When you stream, there is a lot that you have to do. And for some reason, my minions don't recognize that these are not their counterparts, which is kind of funny, but all right. But yeah, it's something that you have to kind of balance. You kind of have to learn to do. And number one, the other thing that I have an issue with, and this is more me than anything else, and maybe others have this issue too, but I talk a lot when I stream. I don't like having this dead air in the thing. So talking about streaming, I love doing that while I play games. Or I'll talk about other things too. Like I love talking about when I was in software engineering, or when I was working, when I was playing a coaster, when I was working for Kings Island. The problem is speaking for 3 hours straight, my throat hurts afterwards. As to why, even after a year, it still hurts sometimes. And like if some of you guys have actually been in calls with me afterwards, I'd sound like my throat is just like and stuff like that. It does happen quite a bit, and I think it's gotten better over time, but it's still not ideal. So yeah, if you essentially my advice to start streaming is just get the basics set up. Watch. There's quite a few really good videos out there you can go watch. Go watch those videos and then try it. I mean, that's the worst thing. The worst thing that can happen is, hey, you're no good. And you know what you do? You say, okay, that's fine, and you keep doing it. And you keep doing it. I remember some of my first streams, and I can't remember this vividly, because it's been about a year now. I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I know, nobody was chatting. Nobody was doing anything like that. But I still kept getting viewers. And eventually, I think my third stream, somebody said something in the message, hey, so I want to let you know, I've been here for like the past 3 or 4 streams. I like watching your streams, just put them on the background and like listen to you, just like talking about coasters and things like that. But you know, it's like I just don't chat very much, and that's great. You just don't know how many people are watching. Like I have an idea of how many people are watching. Usually, I can get about 3 or 4 people. Right now, I can know there's probably, with the amount of people talking right now, I've probably got 4 maybe people. You know, the only thing that between this and a podcast that's different is that in here, I did tell him to kill him. That's probably why. Different than the podcast, we're actually not trying to do something as well as talk. They're actually, by the way, if you are interested in podcasts, and especially with amusement parks, this is not the amusement park type game. However, if you're really interested in that, there actually is a new podcast out called Annual Pass. You can actually do that on Google, the iPlayer, stuff like that. There's quite a few different ones you can actually go look. But they actually talk about amusement park. It's hosted by a guy named Jack Patillo. He's got a co-host of Jeff Ramsey. It's actually a fantastic podcast. I've been listening to it for the past. It's actually only been on episode 2. Jack Patillo actually used to work for Disney. He actually worked on the Great Movie Ride, and that was their most recent podcast. Was about that ride, which actually is kind of neat. It was a really great ride. I rode it many times. It's very possible that I was actually one of his. You know, it's possible I would do it about. I think when he was working there was like 2002, 2003. I'd have been about 7. So it's very possible that I actually rode that ride with him on it. It would be kind of cool. I don't know if that's true or not, but hey. But I think we have everything set up. We are ready to go. Let's go ahead and start getting our first minion. And I think what we're going to do, we actually got a little bit of cash there as well. Let's go ahead and actually get some muscle minions. Now, I don't know if these are going to be any different between Maximilian's cutscenes and Zika's. Or Zalika's. So let's actually look at this cutscene.
What we need is a little more muscle around here. You there? How much can you lift?
About 70 kilos on a good day. 80 if I use both hands.
Uh-huh. And how many bullet wounds can you take before you give up?
1, maybe 2.
My point exactly. Get out there and find someone strong. Learn their secrets.
So it looks like they're the same between evil geniuses, which is okay. But Milk Soda, thanks for the follow. I really do appreciate it. That should be what, 64 maybe? Something like that. If that's true, we're actually trying to get to a goal of 75 before August. We haven't hit May yet, and we're already 10 or 11 away. That's actually really neat, guys. I really do appreciate it. But we just got our first side mission. The first one is actually we're going to try to go steal.
New optional objective.
I don't really like executing people. We're actually going to go kidnap a guard minion. So we don't have anything there, but ooh. Where do we go set up next? Let's go here. And before I forget to, let's go ahead and also add in a 4th one of these so that we can actually get another saber territory that we can get actually going there. I think that'll actually help us because especially with the, it's not Ebola, it's Wrecking Bola. Her name's Ebola. I know it is, but it's not that. It's Wrecking Bola. With her, she'll just sit here every time we want to come here. So what I want to do is actually put probably this one, maybe the South African one of these 2. I'll set up another criminal network. Let's also go and connect that guard while we're thinking about it. But let's also get down here. Oh, we actually need more broadcast strength. That one's not built yet. So once we get enough broadcast strength, we'll be able to go get one more area. And we'll actually have 4 places that we actually can go steal money from. So that'll actually increase our money, and also just passively, our networks actually do collect money from us.
Low on power. Build more
Well, thank you.
generators.
By the way, if you hear that person talking, that's actually Iris. That's actually the AI she creates. But she's also the AI assistant for everybody. So it's, you know, if you were here for the last playthrough, you kind of heard who Iris
Task
was.
complete.
So I need a few more power generators here. We'll add 4 in.
Not enough gold
I know we don't have
complete
quite
this
the money for that
construction.
right this second, but we should here shortly have that kind of cash. Looks like we just got. Oh, there we go. Did we just complete that mission? Yes, there is. So we actually got our guard here. What do you do? Interrogate him. And that's how we learn their secrets, essentially, on how to be a good guard, how to take as many bullets as we can and still be okay.
A scheme has succeeded.
That scheme succeeding probably means that someone's collected enough money and they're out of money to steal. Usually we can just go back there and let's go ahead and ask again. Confirm. There we go. We don't have quite enough criminal. Oh, we haven't actually enough now to do that. But the other thing we need to really worry about is actually getting intelligence in here. Intel. I always say intelligence, but I guess it could be anything. So intel is something we have to try to capture people to get. Intel is a very important thing later on in the game. And I just realized that we don't have a training room. We're going to need one of those.
Has been captured.
Let's also get this guy interrogated. So let's also get our training lab being built. We'll probably put it here. We'll probably put the staircase down probably over here, which probably makes sense. Put our lab right here, at least the first one. We'll probably have to build multiples of these rooms just because of the layout of this place.
Not enough gold.
I think that should be... Ooh, we don't have anything to build in there yet. But if we can at least get it started, we'll cut it down just a little bit. Just save a little bit of money right now. We'll eventually expand it all the way out because we will need something that big. There we go. Should have plenty of power now.
You're running out of gold.
Iris can get a little annoying. I wish there was a way you can actually turn down the amount of alerts she told you. Like, that'd be okay with that. Like, I don't mind saying, hey, we're running low on power, we're running low on gold. But she literally says it seems like every 30 seconds. It's like, alright, please stop. So, this is actually kind of our first minion screen here. You can see all those are still locked. But we do have our muscle one unlocked. We do have our first guards who are just kind of tough guys. Essentially, they just kind of go around and beat people up. Not like they're the most sophisticated military minion we have. We get quite a few more later on that are a little bit better, I think.
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
We'll get 4 of the training labs because while they aren't the best military minions in the world, if you look at our military screen here, which I will, let's go ahead and just remove these because I really don't want to do any more scouting right this second. But if you look here, let me go to minion training here. There's a line they follow. So you get from worker down to guard. Now, once guard gets on, or once you want to unlock the rest of these minions, they actually have to be trained from a guard. So it goes worker, then guard, and then I won't spoil anything else. But Firelord Gaming, I guess YouTube 12. Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. That's very nice. It seems like we got a lot of people joining today. That's great. But yeah, if you look here, this is kind of our. This is kind of the mini training screen. So we'll have guards, we have the mercenary, and then they'll still have to train from guard to a mercenary. And the mercenary can split into two different kind of sections. They go martial artist here, and they actually go to hit men here. So that is actually, so they all have to be a guard first and then train up. The other ones are a little bit different here. Bork, what I would recommend, this is just me, get the base game. I don't know exactly what the purchasing. When I bought this, I actually bought the collector's edition, which is like $100. But with the collector's edition, you get the base game itself. You get the season pass, and the season pass right now is I think $25. It's a little expensive. The season pass though allows you to get all the DLCs for free. No matter how many they make, they actually will give you them for free, and that's how I got this DLC for free. You got the companion guide. Let me actually pull out the companion guide. I actually put it up here, I believe. Where did I put that at? Is that it? Ah, it is. So let me actually pull it to the main camera here. So this is actually the companion guide you actually get with it. Now, you didn't have to get the collector's edition to get this. If you bought the deluxe edition, you actually get a digital copy of it. But come on, I mean, I'm a collector, so I like stuff like this. And this has stuff like, you actually look here, it gives a little kind of if you were kind of curious, here is actually one of the super agents. That is Agent X. So you actually get to read a little bit about everybody like that. It gives you, kind of a little snippet of all the henchmen in the game. I actually want to try to go for some new henchmen this time around. And also there's a couple comics in here. So there's actually kind of, it's a neat little book, I would say. Yeah, I know who Emily is. I'm well aware, Bo. We're okay. But also with the collector's edition, you also got a statue of Maximilian. And when I say statue, it's literally about this tall. It's him sitting in his chair. It's fantastic. So yeah, it is kind of a neat thing. And so yeah, it actually is kind of no, I'm well aware who Bo. Emily's been here quite a few times. I'm just saying.
You can't afford to pay all of your minions.
But yeah, no, it's actually, I would recommend probably getting the deluxe edition. If you get a digital copy of that, still would be awesome. But even if you just buy the base game, I think the base game's like $40, and then buy the, I would buy the season pass, because I think they've got at least 6 DLC plans. If they're $10 a piece, that's $60. You know, that's $60, or you can pay $25 now, and then get all of them for free. It seems like they're coming out with like one a month for the next 6 months, and if that's true, you've got a lot of Evil Genius to play. And the last one apparently is actually a new Evil Genius. Not confirmed or anything like that, but if you think about it, we play a month of one Genius, we get a new DLC, we play another month. I think that's actually a really interesting way to go forward. I don't know if I just want to do all Evil Genius all the time, but you know, I might want to. But you can see here we actually have a few guard minions already being trained. But unfortunately, we've got some pesky investigators wanting to see what we're up to, so we have to get rid of them.
You're running out of gold.
And so, you will see. Now, I don't know if they'll have physical copies of this game. I think they do somewhere. However, always on Steam. I actually got mine from the Rebellion website. That's where you can get some of the, you can get like, you can get the game and some of the DLC and stuff like that, but you also can get like clothing, like apparel. That's what I was trying to think. Like, that didn't sound right, but all right. So once we get the investigators taken care of, the politically correct term, we'll be able to get this side quest done. We can actually move on to another one as well. Now, speaking moving on, we actually go ahead and start stealing some money. Now, if you see here, this is our original mission. We were getting $75 every 5 seconds, up to $54,000. This would take almost an hour. With this one, we get $100 every 5 seconds, up to $72,000. But it also takes an hour. Originally, there was actually a couple quicker ones, but I don't see them. That might be because of the difficulty. So let's go ahead and launch that scheme to get some guard minions out into the world, as well as we can start getting a little bit more money. I expected hard to be kind of hard, but, you know, fair enough. Not as many ways to make money, and that seems like kind of the theme of it. Which is fine. I mean, I wanted a little bit more of a challenge. It seemed like to me that the original, like the easy mode, or the easy, I played it on normal. It seemed like normal, it seemed like it went too fast. Like, it was too easy. Like the super agents, you can just kind of push over. Like, who cares if they or who cares if the super agents came around your area? Who cares? But now it's like, ooh, it's like I'm hoping like this one. It's like, ooh, there's a super agent here. I got to be a little careful. The other thing is that
I want that intruder found and killed. I have reports of an intruder in the lair. Kill them.
The other thing is with things like I lost my train of thought. Oh well, if I lost it, it'll come back to me eventually. But yeah, it's okay for now. Oh, that's what it was. It's like, just knew it was going to take a second. So in the original game, the super agents were a pain in the butt. Like, they were just absolutely the worst thing that can happen. If when a super agent came up, I would be like, oh crap, well, I got to deal with this now. Because it was one of those things where it's like, cool, you have to stop what you're doing and deal with these people.
And kill them.
But in this game, they're just kind of pushovers, it seemed like. And it's just like, oh, well,
every time.
That's like, it's kind of boring. It's like, but hey, you know. There we go. We've got our first minion completed. So for this one, we actually get quite a few different things. We get 20 grand, which is awesome. we get a new guard table, a security desk, security camera, guard post, and a minion type. So let's go and collect our reward and watch the cutscene.
Now this is more like it. Tell me, what do you bench press?
The biggest one.
Right. Okay. Not quite what I expected. How many bullet wounds would it take to kill you?
The biggest one.
Are you okay? Wait. I don't want to know. You're hired.
I did say guards are not the brightest people in the world, but they do work. The outfit, honestly, so I was reading a little bit of kind of how they designed this game. And I was thinking about it, like, so they're like, think 60s James Bond. 60s, maybe 70s James Bond. Kind of that aesthetic. The rooms, the outfits, things like that. That's what they were going for. And I think they nailed that. And honestly, it's very James Bond-esque in that sense. Like not maybe it's Sean Connery. Kind of James Bond. There's another guy in there too. But yeah, I think that's awesome. It's just, it is neat to see that, and I think they do it really well. So, we've got our first muscle minion. So let's get our next ones. Which one do we want to get? Actually, I want to go with If It Ain't Broke. Because, excuse me, eventually our base is going to start falling apart because it deteriorates over time. Everything does. With this actually getting our technicians, I've got something stuck in my throat. Our technicians actually can fix our base, so that's kind of what I'm going to go for. So let's go ahead and start this side story.
Are you responsible for the state of this room? Is that computer supposed to be giving off sparks?
Probably not.
Yes, boss. That's how we know it's turned on.
It looks broken to me. Don't you repair these things?
We try, but it hurts. The sparks, you see.
I can't rule the world from a ramshackle lair with hunker-junk equipment. Kidnap a specialist, interrogate them, find out how to repair these things.
Whoops, but Bo probably, I don't think it'll let you do all caps in there, but
I'll make a statistic out of them.
there we go. Alright, so now we're kidnapping a technician on the world stage. So let's see here. Oh, we can get one right there. How convenient. But if you look here, they actually kind of make you kind of spread out a little bit more. They kind of want to make you go into different areas, which is fair. We do need to do that eventually. Let's see here. We got some new items, though. Items. All right, so we've got the security camera. We've got the guard post. The other items we probably got, if I had to guess, besides we got a little bit of decor. We got a little bit nice, simple bench. The other items actually what I was looking on here. So in our armory, which we haven't built an armory yet. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Room type, please. Maybe right there. Not what I wanted. Let's cut it down to 4 there. I'm hoping I can put a guard table in here. And I can. Oh, look at that. That is almost the perfect size. Except I can't put a door on it. You know what? That doesn't need a door. It needed to be about one more row, and it would have been fine, but, yeah. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is actually add in a few cameras in here. And what the cameras do, since the second desk we built, the smaller one, it actually allows us to monitor security cameras. Now, unfortunately, I can't put any around here. I can only put them in hallways. So I'm going to put a camera here, and a camera probably here. One around the vault here, because they do like to steal my money. And I think that's the only, I think we can only do 4 or 5 at the beginning. So we'll do that. You know, I don't know, maybe this is just me. Yeah, giant evil IKEA. Isn't all IKEAs giant evils? Just saying. I've actually only been to IKEA once, but, you know. That actually was kind of nice. I like the meatballs.
Your vaults
But yeah,
are almost full.
I don't know why I do it like this. Maybe this is just how I played it. How I played the original one was very similar to this. And so, yeah, you know. Look at this. Our vaults are almost full. So yeah, let's start spending all that money. Because if we get to the point where we start... if we actually can't put any more money into here, we got a problem. Let's do that for now. And I don't think, we don't have anything for the science lab right now because we don't have scientists. That is something we do get here shortly, but we will need some of that here in a second here. So let's also confirm that room. Yeah, the door being on fire, bit of an issue, but
Your
you
vaults
know.
are full.
We actually might need to expand out our control room here shortly because we are
Your vaults are almost
kind of
full.
out of room right now. So let's do that as well.
Optional objective.
And we'll start moving
complete.
stuff like this to the back here. We'll leave a little bit of an aisle on this side just to allow, excuse me, to allow the people to walk around a little bit better. Why is it not letting me put a receiver in there? Oh, it's too close? Is that really how it is? I guess it is. Alright, well that's a bit, well, that sucks. Let's move this one around to there. This is not ideal, but when we get other computers and things like that, we should be able to actually do stuff like that. I hope they can actually work, well they should be able to. They should be able to tear that down and then rearrange some of this stuff. That's what I'm hoping.
Your broadcast strength has run out.
It will for a little bit because we are rearranging our control room, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Your vaults are almost full.
What I need to do, I think the first research I want to try to do, let me take a look here and see what research is available. I also want to look at the side missions. We'll
Your
collect
vaults
that.
are full.
We do need to build an infirmary, so we'll keep that up. We do have a criminal network not doing anything.
Your vaults are almost full.
Probably because that one's on lockdown. Probably why. We could do that, but we don't have the minions for that. Oh well. We do need to capture a technician, but the only place we have available right now to do that is here, and we have another 20 seconds. We'll just probably do it there. It's no big deal.
Broadcast
There we
strength
go.
resumed.
And so let's go ahead. We do have plenty of that now, so let's go ahead and try to get that one done. Do we actually have the workers to do it? We do. Not a whole lot, though, more, but we do have enough. So let's go ahead, and while I'm thinking about it, and we have the money to do this, let's go ahead and... Oh, that's a big swing and a miss on the first one there. Let's add in a bunch more lockers here, so that we can actually get a full... ooh, can't quite do that. So let's just move these back over here. Ooh.
You're running low on power. Build
go ahead and do
more
that.
generators.
That'll give me 30 more people that I can put in here, and we'll also add a little bit, a couple more beds to the
Scheme
barracks,
has succeeded.
just so that they can, since we're going to get more minions, things like that, we can actually keep them well rested. That is a good thing to have. The first thing I wanted to do, number one, is we actually do have someone actually watching. But if you see here, the guards are now running down towards the entrance because they actually saw something on the cameras. So that is something kind of nice. We do have that one going. So let's see here. I want to look at research. That's why I'm like, I was doing something over here. So the first one I want to do is right there. Yikes. So we have to do 3 of these. So we'll probably end up doing the maybe reinforced doors. The improved mining techniques is actually very nice too, so we can actually get more land unlocked. And maybe the capacitors. Although I didn't really use the capacitors last time, so it's not like it's a very big thing to have. But, you know. But we do have the technician finally captured. Took him long enough, but we got one captured.
We have captured an intruder.
Let's go ahead and just escort him right to the interrogation chair, because we want to go right for him. But so far, I know this is supposed to be a little hard, and getting some money was maybe a little difficult, but so far this actually isn't too bad. I mean, we had a lot of early, investigators. I was kind of surprised about that, but anywho, I think we're still doing okay. So let's go ahead and put 4 of these guys up. Now the technicians are a little bit different, so let me go over to the minion screen, kind of show you that. So the technician's actually kind of out here on an island by himself. So if I want to go down the research side, we actually they don't need to be technicians first. As a matter of fact, if they become a technician, they actually can't become any higher scientist. So I believe what I'm saying, this goes scientist, biochemist, and then quantum physicist, if I'm not mistaken, in that order. All right, Emily, have a great rest of your day. Talk to you a little later, hopefully. See what other things we got going on here. Just the side objectives. Looks like we got the technician thing in now. Now we do need to start training some more technicians, because if we don't actually select them, we'll get 5. That should be okay. At least start out. A base this size should be good with 5 technicians. Don't get me wrong, we'll need a lot more later. I think the first playthrough, I had 20 or 25 running around, just because you need them so often. Yeah, that shouldn't take too long to actually get done. Looks like once we get 3, I think we're done with this mission. I could be wrong. So you don't have to, technician can't kill anybody or anything. They usually, funny enough, so in the original game here, and this is something that I love about this game. In the original game, your science minions and your social minions, which they originally were called, would just run into combat because they were trying to do something and they just get shot and killed. In this game, they actually run, which is so much better. So, but yeah, we actually got that objective done. We'll get another $20,000, but I don't think we'll be able to hold all that, and we do get a new technician.
The one in the apron. What is it you do around here?
Me? I repair things, prevent breakages, turn things off and on again.
Honestly, I got a funny story about that, but...
Oh, good. We need someone to keep the lair in good working order. If you come across any corpses, just don't turn them back on. I like them that way.
So, speaking of turning things off and turning back on again, both sometimes that does work. Sometimes I just hit my computer, it works fine. But there actually was a story. Some people know this, some people don't. I actually work in IT. And I actually work for a company that they don't do IT work, but they need IT people. A lot of companies have their own IT department. It makes sense. The funny thing was, so... ooh, look at that. We got a lot of cool and neat stuff now. Before I tell the story, let's get the next side story going, so that we can actually get our research going. So let's go ahead and get the science one.
Boss, we've been trying all morning, but we need your help solving a problem. This thinking stuff is hard.
I suppose we can't all be towering intellects. Very well. What devious issue requires my attention?
What are these pieces of string attached to our boots?
Laces. They're laces. Was that your problem? No wonder our research department hasn't been delivering. Time to train some smarter minions.
Yeah, not ideal. Funny enough, if you don't know, the plastic things on the end of your shoelace is called an aglet. I can thank Phineas and Ferb for that. Anyways, that being said, the reason I kind of chuckle when they said turn it off and turn it back on again, a lot of people think that's what all IT people say. It's not like it's, a lot of people think, oh, it's just an end-all cure-all for whatever. Oh, that's what all IT people say. To me, actually, that's the funny thing was, like, people will say that. When I say, hey, can you just turn it off, turn it back on again? They're like, oh, I've already tried that 3 or 4 times. Number one, there's been a couple people that haven't. And the funny thing is, there actually is a way you can actually tell how long a computer's been on, just by the way, there's a way if you go into Task Manager, there actually is like a countdown. You can actually see how long a computer's been on. But there was one I was working with. It was actually an engineer with our company, and she's really nice. You know, I have had to work with her a couple times. Not that she breaks her computer a lot, but there is a lot of software they install, especially with engineering. And we were talking, and I installed a video software for her, and every time she'd play a video, this error kept popping up, and it would just keep popping up. She would hit clear, it'd pop back up, clear, pop back up. And I told her, I'm like, I really don't know why this is doing this. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just pull the oldest trick out of the book. I'm like, can you just turn it back off and turn it back on? That's what I told her. Like, shut her laptop down, restart it, and see what happens. And she goes, you know, that's probably not going to work. I'm like, you're right, but at this point, I'd be willing to try anything. Lo and behold, she turned it back on, and she wasn't sitting that far away from me, but she messaged me. She goes, you won't believe me when I say this, but it actually worked. And I'm like, I'm telling you, oldest trick in the book. It does work sometimes. It all depends on what the error is. Now, the reason I thought it might work is that for the install of that program, we had to install some updates to Windows, and it's just possible that once we restarted the computer, the updates actually finished. And that's probably what happened. So yeah, if an IT person says turn it back off and turn it back on again, if you trust them, it's probably, you know, that's probably just needs your computer needs to be restarted. It happens quite a bit. Like me today, I had to turn off my router and my cable modem, turn them back on, they work fine. It does happen. It is the funniest thing though. It's like I understand people are kind of skeptical when it comes to things like that. It's like, oh, that's not going to work. It's fair, but it's not going to work every time. You just got to know when to actually use that. But you know what? I think we need to expand out our barracks just a little bit here. Because we are, number one, running out of room, but number two, a lot of our minions aren't able to sleep. Now, you know, Bo, you say that. It's like, it's fine that if you leave a computer on. Like, the computers are, you know, they can last a long time while being on. The issue is if you keep them on for weeks. And when I say weeks, I actually have seen computers that have been on for 3 or 4 weeks straight. That's the issue. Especially doing updates and things like that, it can be a nightmare because you got to think that it's been a month since they did a last update. Windows updates quite often. Sometimes you don't even notice that Windows updates, and that's a good thing. That's how they kind of plan on it. So you have no idea, or you don't know when they update. No, sometimes they do because you have to tell it to restart or whatever. But yeah, it's stuff like that. It's like, all right, well, you do need to shut your computer off every once in a while. We're not talking if you do it maybe twice, you know, once or twice a week. That's probably fine. But there are some people who don't turn their computers off at all, and that's the issue. But hey, that's okay. Because I know, like, if you think, you gotta think about it this way though. So most games, most companies run on servers. Those servers, they sound like a big thing, very complicated. All those are just computers. They're very advanced, like very big computers, but they're just computers. They keep those going 24/7. If they have to do maintenance on them, they have to take them down. They have to pretty much stop business sometimes to update a server, which is not ideal. So it does happen, and so yeah. So there's your computer can last a while being on. It's just not very recommended for you to do that. Let's get a couple scientists. We'll get 6 scientists. They're kind of expensive. But I don't think I can get the lab equipment quite yet. We will get that here momentarily, though. And I forgot to put a door in here.
Criminal networks are idle.
Nope. Probably need to actually get those going again. Because we don't have money coming in. That is the issue. This one's about to go into lockdown. I really can't do anything about that. Let's do this one and this one. There we go. But yeah, now we can have a capacity of at least 75 minions. Probably getting more here shortly. 81, 84, 87, 90. So we actually have up to 90 minions now. The max I think you can have is 300, if I'm not mistaken. Pain in the butt to get probably to 300, but then you can get up to 300 people. There we go. We have our science minions now. Watch the cutscene for this as well.
I'm ready to uncover the mysteries of the universe for you, boss. What do you want me to research?
Interesting word. Research. Implies you're searching for something a second time. You better not be charging me for the same work twice.
Something is wrong with either the minions or the tree.
Research. You know, if anybody gets that joke, that's a bit of a doozy right there. Anyways, there we go. That should clear up most of them. There we go. So the infirmary, we do need to actually get one of these installed. I'll have to find a place for that. And then we actually have a bunch of stuff in the lab. The only problem is this lab can cost quite a bit of money. 30,000. No, that actually is not as bad as I remember them being. Maybe just because I like complete new research. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Let's see here. What do we need for the first? So we need like impact stress analyzers and the whiteboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. The reason I wanted to look that up is number one, of course, the most expensive item we need first. Let's put them along here. So I want to build 3 of them. I know I have not near enough money to actually build one. Or build 3 of them.
We do not have enough power to sustain this building.
Or power, apparently. So we'll need to get that.
Not enough gold to complete
we need
this
to get some more power going here. And we'll do quite a few of these. Now, later on, we'll be able to get better power, but they also take up more room. Let's get that game unpaused there for us. It does happen. So.
Kill them.
But building kind of a larger power area than you need right this second can sometimes be beneficial, so you can just plop down another generator when you need one. Later on, I do try to keep up with that, just try to keep it a little ahead a little bit more than just what we need. Kind of helps a little bit. Let's go ahead and do our last side mission for this area. Ooh, we've got another staff, got a little bit of staff room there. That's kind of nice.
To switch them off.
Let's go ahead and start the next side story.
With agents. Can't a genius with a dubious criminal past purchase an exotic lair in peace anymore?
It's probably all the helicopters. They'll be wondering what we're doing out here.
That's fair. Pretty much the only way you can get to this island either by boat or by helicopter. Most of the time they come by helicopter, it's just people.
That's why I chose this location. It has the perfect cover operation, even if it is abandoned.
I think the problem is that it's abandoned, boss. Not many people visit an abandoned... anything.
For once, you make a good point. Very well. Hire some staff. Dress them well. Teach them to cheat at roulette.
Your minions are
There we go.
in combat.
So that's literally what our social minions or deception minions they call them in this one. That's their whole goal, is actually just trying to...
Need anything specific? I have
actually gonna have to
smarter than this.
move our evil genius down to the...
Another
can we move? There we go.
experiment requires my attention.
So can we... Because I don't want her to lose her. If we lose her, it's game over. And that kind of sucks. So, we're looking for valets now. The valets is your first social minion that you'll get. Looks like the first one's there in West Africa. It is also in lockdown right now, up another minute and a half. We'll have to get that out there shortly. We also do have 3 broadcast strength though, so let's, you know what, let's go ahead and open up some new areas here. We'll get Anvil going, we'll get pretty much Europe open up for our evil organization. Makes some sense. We got money coming in from over here, we got money here, that one's in lockdown.
Restored.
So our power room should be down here. Oh, good lord, we've got tourist. And we don't have anything in there, which stinks because we can actually earn money from these tourists if we actually were able to make money there. So we need to get this going quickly. Because if we can, I mean, I with the last one, I made like $50,000 or $60,000 relatively quickly just by selling stuff in the casino. If that's true, that means we can actually not have our minions go out and steal stuff. In that case, we don't have to then worry about. Then we don't have to worry about causing heat from stealing money. We can actually do other things, which I'd like to do some other optional things, so you actually can steal stuff out in the world. If you watch the last stream, or if you kind of know about this game, there's like loot you can go get. I want to steal like Aurora Borealis. Easy for me to say. The light show, you actually can steal that. You can use, like, we stole a big barbecue grill last time. Why I did that, I'm not sure, but I did. It was actually very neat. You steal the Trojan horse, the actual Trojan horse. How it happened, I'm not sure, but we did steal it last time. So yeah, there's stuff like that. I want to steal a lot more of that stuff this time. Maybe even put it on display out here. I don't know that for sure, but hey. You know, well, our vault's getting a little full, but we can actually probably get one of our impact stress analyzers here shortly. We should have enough money for one of them, so we can at least get some research going. And that'll be actually relatively nice to have that going.
I want that intruder dead. Find them.
You're running out of gold. Maybe steal some from the world.
How are we doing on... Alright, cool. We've actually opened up quite a bit here in Europe. Let's launch our scheme there. We can... Ooh, that's actually... Yeah. That's... Yeah. Not as good as I remember it being. So let's go ahead and head over here, and we will steal some more with our workers over here. How many workers do we have currently? We only have 25. We don't have quite the money to go hire a bunch more right now. Now we can, if we just wait...
to pay all of your minions.
If we just wait for a little bit, everybody's going to the staff room.
Maybe.
Oh, and they actually have found the agents that we need to kill. Awesome. Go ahead into the staff room to relax for a bit. We might need a bigger staff room because, like, they're all like, "Hey, we want to go relax," but only like 3 of them can.
Task complete.
Kind of makes some sense.
A minion is deserting.
Oh no, one of our minions is trying to escape. Oh, well, a lot of them are trying to escape.
A minion is deserting.
Wow. We have 5 guards just leave at once? Good lord. Well, that's not ideal. Let's actually build another staff room then, over here. Kind of nice and big. We'll have a couple TVs and things like that over here, I'm hoping at least. We can do something like that, and then we'll build another one over here. I know it's going to cut our lab size down quite a bit, but if we're losing that many minions that quickly, it's like, alright, we need to do something about it. But we should be able to start doing our research. I know we you know, these cost a little bit of money.
Is deserting.
It costs me about 11 grand, and we do need to probably get that.
A minion is deserting.
Good lord, all these guards are just leaving. Are we not going out to launch these guys?
We've got a new prisoner.
Oh, there we go. And didn't we just go out and try to capture one of these guys? We did. Let's see. We got him right here. Let's go ahead and escort him to there. And we will need to get a new valet trainer. Now, if I remember correctly, the valet trainer is massive. Why? It kind of makes some sense when you see it, but... you know, it's still kind of annoyingly large. So remember, this is a valet. And so their training lab, or training area, is a revolving door.
Task
And
complete.
they train on how to carry bags and things like that. Okay, it's kind of funny. The problem is they're literally massive, and they only can be one of those only trains one person at once. So I'm gonna build 2 of them just so that we can keep our training up and going pretty quick. We do have a couple of these going in as well, but we have a lot of money now we want to spend on. So let's go ahead and get we'll get 10 valets, I guess. Now I do understand that we're gonna need some more money coming in if we're gonna keep these people, you know, up and running as we should. I think we have a scheme going in every place. Maybe not down here. We can go ahead and get that one going. just to try to get a little bit more cash in here. Because I can understand, okay, I can start to feel a little bit, it's more that the progression's slower just because your minions are taking a lot longer to get money, as they take a little bit longer to get they seem like they're easier to abandon, but they are harder to keep. So that kind of makes some sense. And it very well could just be because we're just running out of money. But we do have a valet trainer here. You can see here they will carry a bag from here, walk through the door, and place it over there. There's actually the bag there, and they'll do that vice versa. That's their whole training exercise.
To pay all of your minions.
And every once in a while he gets stuck in the door. I don't know how he does that, but all right.
You're running out of gold.
So there we go. We've got one valet up and running. This shouldn't be too bad, though. Let's see here. I am kind of curious, though. Where does this entrance come into? Like, that just goes somewhere. As to where it goes, I'm not sure. I don't see a dock or anything down here. I don't know. That's kind of interesting, though. I'm kind of interested to know where that goes, but, you know. So the other thing we need to build is our inner sanctum for our evil genius. Now, I don't really want to cut off the vault too much. So we'll probably do, at the end of this hallway, we'll build the inner sanctum, which should be right here. So we'll do something like that. Now, I am kind of curious, though, since this is a different evil genius, is this going to look different?
Task complete.
Alrighty. One more on this side here. And we'll kind of build this out just a little bit more, maybe like that. That gives us how many? That's 36. We need 64. Is that what it says? Oh, hold on here. It's a little too much. 36. Well, hold on. 48 is 24. But I guess we'll do one more stripe to make sure. We do need a couple things here. They are different, though. If you see this, these are. Oh, good lord, that thing's massive.
Story complete.
Oh, cool. So actually, once we get this building done, we will have that side story completed. But look at this. That's a massive table that you can go meet at, and then, of course, we have our chair that we think in. And we'll put a door there, hit confirm, say our objective is complete. So the last one we have to do is just getting our inner sanctum complete, but let's look at this cutscene.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It shouldn't be. Do you know what we need you to do?
Carry luggage, open doors. I also play a mean game of Baccarat.
Do you cheat? I hope so. I have no luggage, all my doors are automatic, and I don't have time for losers. And
Hit them hard.
Make them think there's nothing going on back here.
Seems like it's a pretty good cover story. Or so it seems. Need to build that. We need to do some research. And I really don't care about Anvil. Seems like this person, a lot of her stuff is based around the science lab, which makes sense to me. But let's actually, because of this, let's go ahead. Number one, we got a lot of decor. But we do get some actually new items here. So let's get some of our roulette tables going. Because, you know, people like roulette. Let's see here. We get one there. We'll get a nice center stage right there. And we're gonna have a few cocktail bars because, you know, it is a gambling establishment. And it's baccarat tables. Crap. Let's not put those there. Let's put our cocktail bars there. Baccarat we can put off to this side over here. Now baccarat I've never really played before. I kind of understand
Warning,
the
not enough power to power this build order.
Ooh, I might have to move that, but that is okay. Let's see what else. Do we have everything? We have roulette. We got our roulette, baccarat, cocktail bar, and our stage. Now, it doesn't seem like a big casino right this second. However, later on we can get more items. I know we get roulette tables. We can get things like I know roulette not roulette, slot machines. I know we can get those later on in the game with different social minions, or deception minions, if you want to call them that. Also, kind of an issue. We've kind of running out of space for the power generators. Not ideal, to be sure. But we also can start getting some more research going. So let's go ahead and get that.
Research has begun.
Now, the reason I wanted to get multiples of these things is that now I have three, or one, right now I only have one scientist working on this. But if I build three of them, I can have three scientists working on this at once, and I get 3 times that speed. And that helps quite a bit when you're doing research, especially later on in the game. But I found this out kind of midway through the game last time, and so it's not too bad. Bo, have a great rest of your day, sir. And we'll see you later. Yeah, so we're actually just over halfway through the stream right now. It is 2:30 local time here. Yeah, it seems like this stream's actually going really well. I kind of want to try to get all of our minions going and probably maybe start looking at the Doomsday device. I'm not sure which one she does. I think, if I'm not mistaken, so Maximilian did the Midas. I'm pretty sure Red Ivan does Mayhem, is what the one that's called. I don't know what the other two do. I could be wrong about that, but off the top of my head, I don't know what they do. Oh, so it is. The Inner Sanctum is a little different. I actually kind of like this aesthetic.
You're running out of gold.
I kind of like the future-looking stuff. I kind of like it, but there we go. Well, technically, my Inner Sanctum is not complete. It's just being dug out, but I've got the 64 tiles I actually need. So let's watch the
What I
cutscene.
need is a strong right hand, a devious intellect worthy of helping me on my quest for world domination.
What about me, boss?
Calm down, Boris. We've got this. His name is Sam, but we call him Boris.
You're not strong.
If you watched the last playthrough, you understand that joke.
You're barely even an intellect. No, there are plenty of criminal masterminds out there in the world. Let's get one on the payroll.
Alright, so now we've actually got side stories to actually get our henchmen. So actually, that's what we're going to do next. So let's see what we got here. So recruit a henchman. So return to the list here. Recruit the swordsman. Recruit the fan. Recruit the sun, or recruit your computer. The fan I'm not sure about. I don't know who the fan is. The only thing I can think of, I do know what this one is. I'm pretty sure that's Janet Bomba, which we had her last time. She's actually really good. You hire the swordsman. Is Jubei. If you remember him from the first game, Jubei is one of the great ones. Love him. Recruit the son. This is Eli Barracuda Jr. Eli Barracuda was actually in the original game. He was fantastic. His son, just as good, if not better. This is the only one I could not figure out how in the world to get her. You actually build a android that actually, remember Iris, the one that's giving you all the alerts that I kind of get annoyed about, she actually becomes one of your henchmen this way, and I want to see how this one goes. Alright, it says recruit a henchman from the world stage. What is this? Recruit your computer. Despite being confined to your message log, Iris performs many tasks. Imagine what she might if she had a body. Read a robotics lab and construct your very own metal henchman. It took it a second for it to load. It means we're going to have to actually get another base going here, but we can go ahead and scout it since we have the broadcast strength already. As you can see here, our research is almost at 50% already,
You can't afford to pay all of your minions.
which is kind of nice.
Research has been
It
paused.
seems like... okay. I think I understand what's going on here. So what happens is that when
You're running out of
you
gold.
can't pay your minions, they all,
Steal
like,
some from
I know
the
their loyalty just drops. The morale drops. And so they go to a place where they can boost their morale, which I know one of these is the staff room. And so that makes some sense. So we really need to keep our money at a pretty decent level, just to make sure that we actually are making money. And also, we need to make sure that we're scamming tourists. Fair enough, you know, it's not ideal. I'm not a big person at scamming anybody. You know, I was in retail for a while and, you know, stuff like that, so don't want to scam anybody. However, make sure that we're making some money off these people. Aha, so we've actually got this opened up now. So who do we need? We just need 3 workers and money. It actually won't take us too long, but we will need to get that up here and going here in a moment. So our salaries right now are 20 grand just for salaries. Good lord, that's a lot of money. But hey, if we start making money off these guys, then, you know, hopefully we can, hopefully we won't have to worry about it for too much longer. That's the hope, at least. I mean, they're throwing money away like it's, well, it grows on trees, but it kind of does.
You're running out of gold.
You know, we're running a little low on gold, but
Spend less, or
it happens.
steal more.
Alright, recruit your computer. That's what we're working on right now. Laboratory tiles, we'll snag that up, get a little bit of cash in here. Alright, what else we got? It's optional objectives, that's just upgrades. We're not really ready for doing upgrades right now, but we got 9 things here. Oh, it's in decor, that's why. A bunch of plants. I remember doing this now. Nothing really. I mean, they're nice, but it's like we don't really need them. There we go. The only thing we really got different was there's a few different things in here that we can get. But now we can actually send our evil genius. Ooh, yeah, we do. Send her down here.
Around these fools.
She actually can regenerate her stats, things like that, which is very important since, well, she almost died. She'll be able to heal herself, things like that. That's pretty cool. Maximilian had his own kind of way to do things, so it is kind of neat to actually see how different these two are, which is neat. I'm kind of glad they're all a little different, and they all have different rooms and things like that, so that is kind of neat. Research will be done here momentarily, so we'll have our mining structure up and going. Seems like our casino is finally making just a little bit of cash. Not a whole lot, but we are making a little bit of money off that.
You can't afford to pay.
I know, we got a lot of... We just spent almost 20 grand. It's okay. So we got the mining research done. So what that'll let us do? It'll let us mine some of the harder rocks. We can actually expand our base out a little bit more. So the other thing I want to do... I have to get 2 more of these upgraded, so we'll have to figure out probably the heavy doors and probably the capacitors. I don't really use the laser doors very well. So let's go ahead and get that one going. Do we have any more places we can go steal money from? I'd say that we're running low on money, but we are running a little bit low on money. But it seems like this is starting to boost our income a little bit. We could use some more people out here, though. That would be rather useful. Let's do 13. We get 3 more to see if maybe we can have a few more tables open. So that's 4, 6, 9. There's 9 places we actually can work, or they can work.
Has joined your organization.
Well, that was quick.
Iris, run a systems check.
Processing. My consciousness is in complete control of this physical unit. Core air functions are unaffected.
There we go. And this actually kind of makes some sense with Iris being her henchman. You know.
Excellent. We can't have the place burned down just because you felt like a walk, can we?
That would be inadvisable.
Cold intelligence with a tough outer casing. It's like looking in a mirror. Almost.
All right.
I've had an idea. A brilliant idea.
Naturally, boss. Any idea of yours would be brilliant.
Imagine if everyone knew what you were thinking. You would make sure to think better thoughts, wouldn't you?
The very best, most loyal thoughts.
A machine to upload thoughts and collect them into one giant blob. I'll call it Void.
There we go. We have
New
to,
main objective available.
number one, let's go ahead and design the device here. But the funny thing is that there was actually a show called Year Million. And if you want to watch, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, if you want to go watch it, it's actually a really interesting TV show. It kind of explores what would happen in what they call the Year Million. It's actually not a physical year. Essentially what it is that it's so far in the future that we wouldn't know, what would happen to humanity in so many years. Like when, we have things like cybernetics, or when we can go to space with ease, or we can, there was one where essentially it was like this, where everybody was uploading their mind to like one place, so you almost could hear each other's thoughts. Almost, there was a point there,
Task complete.
and it was kind of scary. There's a lot of stuff like that. It's like, all right, that's a little bit out there, but you got to think about it like that. People think that way. That's what the world would be coming to. And it's kind of interesting to actually see them do this in this game. So, but it seems like we're doing okay again. Number one, we got one main objective. We have two optionals. All right, cool. We get complete new research. This one we might have to wait on a little bit. Go ahead and do this. But now we have 8 side stories. So we have a matter of life and death. That's the biochemist. The friends. Hold on, what is this? With a friend like this, who needs enemies? There's some other ones that I can't remember what the next one is. That's a mercenary. This one, you actually the socialite. I can't remember that one. But then there's actually 4 other ones. We have the man with the silver gun. That is Eli Barracuda Jr. We have Ace Up the Sleeve. That is Incendio. It's actually like a magician. I don't know who that is. I think this might be the new one. So if that's true, also we can also get the Spin Doctor, which is there's no news like fake news. Anyways, High on the Hog. Oh, this is the flying pig one. This is actually a really funny one. This is the first look you can get. But this is the DLC. This is the one I wanted to see. So Expectra wants to join Smash, which is one of the good people. We don't like them, and he wants to take you down to prove his worth. Don't just beat him. Absolutely humiliate him. A new super. Oh, he's a super agent. Ah.
You do not know it yet, but your evil-doing days are over.
New DLC stuff.
You're right. I didn't get that memo.
Oh, wow.
I am a Spectral, master of light and dark. And I am the super agent who will put an end to you once and for all.
Is that so? Because I know all the currently active super agents. I've never heard of you.
Wow. A little sass there. All right. I like it.
Well, my paperwork still needs to be processed. A mere formality. Once it is approved, you are done for.
I like his look, though. Like, I don't know what the helmet does. I mean, it obscures his face. But I like the look of him. The metal gloves and everything. That looks amazing. Lure Espectro from the Royal Stage. All right. That is the worst. By the way, that's the worst accent I'm going to do all day. Probably. Ooh, what do we get here? The Void Prototype. I mean, that means we'll probably put a Void Prototype in here. And, ugh. Anyways. So that's the first side story we're going to be doing. Yep. So now we have to get more investors. And, because, unfortunately, science is a bit expensive. Or, evil is a bit expensive. The only problem is now, if you can see here, We actually need intelligence to go talk to these people. Which is interesting because I just read something. So these actually have different ones. So you'll need an investor who actually knows something about technology to give a project a bit of credibility. Check the talent pool in Lagos. You know. The Max Corporation. Attempt Maximilian. Attempt to get Maximilian, a ruthless industrialist. Doesn't he sound familiar? Yeah, he's one of the other evil geniuses that is not evil in this universe. Somehow. How that works, I'm not sure. Stacy Sandbar moves easily in the world of finance and politics. She ought to be interested in mind control experiments. There's one over here called the Magnate. Zhou Fang is the richest man in China, the head business empire and godfather to many startups. Once he's on board, the other investors will be convinced your plan is sound. All right, there we go. Okay, there's probably another one we need to go look at. The problem is we need intelligence now. So in that case, once agents come to the island, instead of killing them, we need to actually capture them. When we capture them, we can actually gain intelligence from them. And that's the only way we're going to be able to do these for right now. Later on, we'll actually be able to get a computer that we'll be able to kind of passively get intel from. The only problem is we're not quite there yet. Are we doing any research? We don't have the whiteboards. Yikes. But I think the whiteboards might be the cheapest. Yes. They're only $5,000. We can afford that. I'll put one more over here. So it's going to cost about 15 grand. We do have that kind of money, but we got to be careful because we got to pay our minions still and things like that. Who knew paying minions were actually kind of expensive? And kind of a pain in the butt.
You can't afford to pay all of your minions.
Yikes. Right when I, number one, I forgot about this. I didn't know that you can, like, each of your characters have different traits. I haven't seen the football one yet. He's a big fan of Patriot football, which Patriots like North America and Canada. It's American football. That's pretty funny. Pretty much they won't be doing much right this second, but we can hold 15 minions. They can go watch some TV. Hopefully get their loyalty back or grab some food. Food's never a bad thing either. The only problem is they're going to be leaving this area, so that means we're not going to be getting any money from these. Oh, good lord. There's soldiers walking around my base. Let's try to capture these guys.
Find and capture that intruder. I need him out of the picture.
Also,
Command processor.
I have not seen our henchman. Oh, there she is.
By your command.
So yeah, there we go. So we have our first henchman walking around. She actually is a science one, which is kind of interesting. So what's this one? She has 2 powers. They all have powers. Apply trait. Iris takes reduced damage for a short time and rapidly heals any damage she has already taken. Actually not bad. Security network. She acts as a camera. When activated, Iris functions as a security camera for a short duration. This can summon guards. It's actually a pretty good one. Especially if you have if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of guards, we can actually very easily.
Your minions are in combat.
That's not good. So where are they in combat at? My question. Oh wow, they just mowed down that valet. Alright. Let's get a henchman down here.
Iris multitasking. Isolating unwanted files.
These soldiers are a bit annoying.
Protocols online.
Alright, that's actually really nice. Alright, we've got one captured.
A minion is deserting.
The other one is... Alright, they're both captured now. So we'll be able to get intelligence from them, and that will take care of them, essentially. And that'll be kind of nice. Earn $75,000 from schemes. We'll be able to do that pretty easily. What do we have to pay our minions next? Another 5.5 minutes. And how much do I have to pay them? 22 grand. We actually have enough to actually start doing our research for the next thing. Let's get our reinforced doors.
Research has begun.
And we do need to start expanding out a little bit. We do probably need, well, we actually need to buy a few more broadcast towers so that we can go ahead and get that going. Got our prisoners in here, though, so let's go and start interrogating them. That'll be kind of nice.
An interrogation.
Okay, we actually got 5 intelligence from that guy. That's awesome.
Intel.
Also, I'm kind of curious. Where is... Oh, there he is. Oh, so he's like a super agent. He just kind of pops up and you have to lure him. Okay, I got it now. I love this. Driving an invisible car. You think. Little is known about the man who has become known as Spectro. What is known for sure is that he grew up somewhere in Smash territory and from an early age developed a fascination with heroes and super agents who once liberated the world. Seems kind of interesting. I am actually really kind of invested in see what I kind of want to focus on him at least this episode, see if we actually can get him as a minion or a one of our
success.
People.
An agent has given us their secrets.
We don't really want to cancel the current schemes, but we can actually start doing. We actually have 10 intelligence now, so that is kind of nice. We got plenty of money though, so I'm not too concerned with that right this second. Let's see. You know what? Let's maybe do we want to wait and for right now it's going to cost us. Oh, it's going to cost us about $6 grand. Confirm that, then we can start getting construction on that going, and then we can we'll pay our minions, and then we'll once we get that done, we'll get our control. We'll get a little bit bigger.
Too much heat and has locked down.
We'll go ahead and get our control room a little more upgraded. Make sure we get that sorted out pretty well. See, it looks like the morale's gone back up somewhat, just because we actually did, or we were able to pay our minions. I think it's, you have to pay them every 10 minutes. Yeah. In-game minutes, of course. There we go.
Will drain all your power supplies.
That's kind of the issue. You know what? Let's go ahead and cancel one of these. So right now we really don't have enough room for a power room. Like, it's kind of where we've kind of built ourselves into a corner here. So the only way we can really get that is actually getting our minions to upgrade our current power room until we can find a better solution. So what we'll do is we have to get to at least level 2 to get that. I'm trying to figure my way around here, or trying to figure my way through the research how we want to do this. Honestly, don't know how I want to do this. So that guy's locked down. Is this guy on a lockdown yet? He is. So actually, the way you have to lure him to the island, you just have to run a scheme there.
You're running low on power.
We can do something like that. So see, he's got us like eye on us now, so that kind of makes sense. So we need one more research thing. How much money we got? We got plenty of time to. So we'll do the capacitors. I think those are actually probably the most useful ones.
Are stealing your gold.
And we have people stealing our money. That's not ideal.
Are stealing your gold.
There's an intruder here. Kill them.
So,
You have a command. Calculating optimal route.
what do we get as an item here?
Program activated.
New doors. Makes sense.
Your henchman is in combat. Awaiting input.
Crap, you know, we actually don't want to. We actually want to capture these
I
people.
demand that intruder's immediate discovery and subsequent capture.
Of what we capturing them or just knocking them out.
Awaiting command.
Reroute power. There she goes. Heals right away. That's amazing. I don't know how she has morale because she's a robot, but not going to question it. Build vault tiles. We get that one. Don't really feel like upgrading or scouting anything right this second. We're about to actually get all the money though that we need. So that is good. We'll be able to interrogate them, get some more intelligence, so we don't have to worry about that anymore, or worry about that for a little bit. That's kind of the issue, but so I think we're money-wise, we're doing okay. Still have to pay our minions here soon, which is okay if we have to.
An agent.
Let's go ahead and get these guys interrogated. For all that intel. I think we're going to do power first. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, well, I was going to try to focus more on the money side, but I think we really need to actually work on the power first, so that we can really expand the base even more. At least that's kind of the goal. Let's see here. What do we want to expand out to next? We actually have one over here. Will Yeats is interested in anything that increases his vast wealth or makes the world slightly less awful. He'll be eager once you explain the void activism can definitely save the rainforest. Alright. Whippersnappers. Find some young investor who lends Void Project the I built this in my garage West Coast charm. That's fantastic. We'll go ahead and just do that. Let's also get this one going. So that'll be 2 investors. We need 5 total, so we'll have to find a couple of those guys. Hey, all of our minions got paid, so that's good. Boosting their morale once again.
Research has been
My
paused.
research is not doing too well. I'm wondering if it's because we don't have very many scientists. We have 6. Let's increase that to 9. It does ramp our cost a little bit, which wasn't really worried about that the first game, but this one I'm really having to worry about it, because if not, everybody just leaves. It's like, well, this sucks. Looks like a few more scientists will not be the worst thing to have around, just so we can get a little more research done quicker, things like that. So I don't think that would be a bad thing to see, but, you know. What do we got going on over here? Oh, there we go. Collect that reward. That'll be nice. So a little extra boost of money. So probably we have some investors maybe making their way towards the Inner Sanctum. I could be wrong about that, but what do we got going on over here? Let's go ahead and do that one. Then we can also go back here and start stealing a little bit of money. Don't want to launch too much.
Is not to pray.
Let's see here.
Your henchman is in combat.
All right, we got a. Oh crap! We have soldiers here.
Find that intruder and bring them in for questioning.
You have a command?
This isn't good. All my workers are just dying by the hand of these 2 soldiers. This is kind of annoying, actually. Although payroll's gonna be a lot cheaper next time. Entire bunch of workers. Good lord, they're just mowing down everybody. Why are they doing this?
New optional objective.
An intruder in the lair.
Just kill these guys,
Kill
because
them.
right now they're just mowing through people. Jeez, Pete's, I've got piles of bodies, which is not ideal. What happened? Is all the, oh my god. That was all my valets and technicians just lying there. Alright, that's gotta be a war crime of some sort.
I have updates available. Please download. Your minions are in combat.
Good lord, I just saw a massacre.
Training has stalled.
I don't know what to say. Like that was really uncalled for.
Something is wrong. with either the minions
Yeah,
or
let's
the
never
training
speak of that again.
robots.
That was violent.
Training has stalled.
We need another one of those. The only problem is it might.
Warning.
Yeah.
Not enough power to power this build order. Something is wrong with either the minions
That's
or
what
the
I was
training room,
a
boss.
little concerned about. Let's turn that one off. We'll clean up the bodies, because there's a lot of them. And then, unfortunately, it reduces loyalty until we get them cleaned up. Not ideal. Let's be real here. If you were here for the end of the last stream, you remember the literally mountain of bodies we had. It was not good, but it does happen.
An agent has been subdued and captured.
Really? Someone actually got captured from that? Oh yeah, there's a rogue sitting there. Didn't see that, but alright. Let's see here. We got 7 guards left. We have 5 valets, 4 technicians. We had, well, I guess we had 5. So we lost a lot of our valets, though. We had 13 of them. Let's hire another guy there.
Interrogation has succeeded.
But yeah, well, our salaries are only 14 grand right now, so that's actually not the worst thing in the world. But at the same time, it means we lost a lot of people. Although it's not as bad as it was. So if you were here for the original game, the problem with that one is, like, let's say you had all your technicians die. At that point, you had to go back out into the world to steal another technician, kidnap another technician, bring him back to the base, interrogate him, so you have one technician, and then he had to go train the rest of them. The only problem is that a lot of times when that happened, his like smart stats or some like endurance stats would be so low, he would go to training and pass out like right away. So you had to be careful with that for a while, and then eventually you got to like 3 of them. Once you get like 2 or 3 people trained up to like that level, they're really easy to train after that. But getting it back up to that point was a pain in the butt. Optional objectives, not really anything there. Mess hall, we've already got one right now. We really don't have the room for one. I'm done with this research here. So now this should unlock all of this. And it also unlocks everything over here too. Which will be nice. We do need to do some of this. But for right now, we need to get power. How long do we got? We got 5 minutes, and we have to get to 7. Alright, we'll be fine. Yeah, these people need to be taken down. These are saboteurs. The saboteurs are not ideal because those guys they blow up the base essentially. So they're not great to have around. At least they went that way, not down here, which is all the important stuff. And the expensive stuff too.
Threat identified. Stand by for elimination.
There we go. Should be taken care of here momentarily.
Your minions are in combat.
Hopefully. There we go. And we've cleaned up pretty much every body that we just didn't kill recently. So that's okay. I think we're doing better. We're doing okay. Well, actually, we're doing okay. We're not really doing better. How's our valets doing? We got 11, so they should have a few out here working. I don't see any, though. A bit of an issue, I'll be honest with you, but could be worse, could be worse. I'm not going to construct any more gold pallets because we don't need them, and once we get the racks, stuff like that, we're just going to get rid of all of our pallets anyways.
The network has too much heat and has locked down.
How are we doing over here? Can we capture this, or can we get this guy out here yet? Oh, we hit lower target. There we go.
Research has been paused.
Alright, so now we have a super agent technically here. That is actually, we could see our first, kind of the first look at the new guy. Let's also get a couple more guards training, because after that fight with the soldiers, probably not the worst idea to actually get something to, try to get a few more people to help out with that. Now, which way he's coming, I'm not sure. Ah, there he is. He has 550 health. Good lord.
Find that intruder and kill them.
Your minions throw their lives away trying to fight the master of light and shadow. It will take more than a lowly minion to stop me.
Compliance.
Alright, let's go ahead and run over here and grab a... Hopefully our henchmen can do a little bit of damage to him. That's the hope, at least.
Gazed into the darkness. And I gazed back.
She's shooting laser beams out of her eyes. That is pretty neat. Hold on, is she not taking any
Command
damage?
processor online.
A little bit, but not very much.
Research has
It will take more than armies and gadgets to finish me.
Alright, so there we go. So we actually now need to interrogate smash agents at the lair. Oh, come
training
on.
has stalled.
So we need to actually go get more of these guys here. So we need to generate more heat here is what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get these two unlocked. There's only one more smash territory after that, which we can open up if we need to. Giving up the
Research has
ghost,
resumed.
pretty good one. Let's see here. I need our
Something is
20,000
wrong
gold. We'll go
with
and do
either
that
the
one.
windows or the training room, boss.
How we doing money-wise? We're right about, we're still okay to make money off this. Oh, we've got soldiers again.
Locate and kill that intruder for me.
Where is...
Awaiting input. Deleting. Activating defensive measures.
This guy has 60, that guy has 60 health. Alright.
Iris unit denied. A henchman is in danger. Awaiting command.
Oh, this is unfortunate. Again. Alright, we need to figure out how in the world to stop these soldiers from coming in, because they're just annoying. They do a lot more hit points, or do a lot more damage in this game than they did the last round, which is fair. That's kind of how the idea is, but, you know. He should be dead now, so there we go. Still, we have like a hallway full of bodies that we have to deal with now. Not ideal. We need to get another henchman, which we're trying to, I guess.
Research
But
has resumed.
it's taking us a little while to get there. Let's see here.
This Iris unit will be offline for scheduled maintenance.
That's pretty funny. So we have to interrogate. Or so we've got him walking around. He's not really too awful to defeat, but still kind of annoying. I'll be honest with you. Oh, we still have plenty of room from that. We need to get a lot more. I mean, that's fair. We lose a lot of minions there, but we don't have to pay hardly any after that. So it's not too terrible, but you know. It's not ideal to have lose that many minions all at once. Especially when we need them out in the world stealing money and doing stuff around the base. Not ideal. Alright, they just got paid, so let's go ahead and start sending a few of these guys out here. I could do that. That'd be kind of nice. Just get a little bit more money going in here. What's this one? It's 3 more technicians. That'd be kind of nice, but I don't have the technicians really to do that right this second. That is 3 scientists. Let's do that one. Let's see here. Execute scientists, no
A new
thanks.
criminal network has been established.
So yeah, you see here, we've really kind of opened up South America for us, which is it's nice. But we need to get more Smash agents in here. That's kind of the goal. I need some more workers in here. Let's go ahead and launch that scheme so we can get some money going. We're running a little bit low on money now for workers. And we gotta worry about money, trying to get back to where we can pay our minions, so they don't all just desert at once. Not the best thing in the world to have happen, especially when you're trying to take over the world. Yeah, maybe a reinforced door there would not be the worst thing in the world. Just a thought, but, you know, maybe. Seems like we're doing okay, though. It's not like it's ideal, but we're doing okay.
New optional objective
What we
available.
got going on here? Trained scientist. I think we actually got another reward we can do. I think we can keep the trained scientist one because we just got it done. Pretty simple.
Research has been completed.
Cool. We got some more research. Let's actually look into getting something here. Maybe doing something like henchman improvement. That wouldn't be bad to do at all. Let's do that
Research
one.
has begun.
This gives us actually our next power thing. We see here is actually a little bit larger than our first one. I think if we can get rid of these three here, we can put 2 of those in. We'll actually gain a little bit of power that way. How long do we have to pay? We have 3.5 minutes. Let's wait until after that, because I think these cost 10 grand each. That costs us 30 grand just to put those in that we want to. You gotta be a little careful about that. Those are agents. Those are smash agents.
I want
Capture,
that intruder
capture,
captured.
capture.
Hunt them down.
You have a command? Does not compute. Affirmative.
If we just send her over here, she'll realize they're not actually one of our workers. So,
Command processor. On calculating or confining target.
alright, she's captured, or she's made 1 surrender, made 2 surrender, and there's a 3rd. Great. She'll escort one of them. Essentially, we only have 2 prison cells right now, which is not ideal, but we can eventually, we'll be able to, we'll upgrade that, but once we interrogate one, it'll clear that cell up. We can go capture that 3rd one then, or just essentially walk him down to the prison. Alright, minions have been paid. So now we can actually go down here. Well, we better not, because we need to interrogate those people. If we run out of power, we can't interrogate people. Kind of a thing. That is okay, though.
I have
Incarceration protocols initiated.
We have some people snooping around. Don't want to have that happen again. Let's get those people we'll get that first person interrogated, so we can have all 3 of them captured at least. Essentially, we're just trying to learn out who this guy is, and you know, if we have the smash targets here, let's go ahead and do that.
Interrogation.
We also get intelligence
success.
from them, so that's
An agent
good.
has given us their secrets.
The last person being escorted now. So let's get the second person escorted down there, or let's get them interrogated, I should say. But let's see here. Don't really care about that one.
Your votes.
There's the
are
second one
almost full.
done. All right,
We
let's
have
go ahead.
captured An agent.
Since we are at max capacity right now, let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? Let's get the interrogations done first. So I want to try to get, because we have about a
Your
half
votes
hour
are
left,
full.
give or take, of the stream left. I want to try to get this guy as an agent before the end of the stream here.
Research has begun.
There we go. We have to lure the guy back from the world
An
stage.
interrogation has succeeded. We have more intel.
Let's go ahead before we do that, though. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually sell these 3 off. And put the... ooh, we can only put 2 in there, which will give us 9 more. If we sell, like, these off, and then put these in here... so it gives us 27 more power, which will be what we need. So... And we have the money to do so, like right away. We still have
Your
about
votes
a half
are
amount, or about 5 minutes, half the time is what I was trying to think, to
generators.
get it back. So I think we'll be okay, but it'll be a little close. Boom. So they are quite a bit bigger, but they do provide quite a bit more power. I think they provide double the power, maybe. So there we go. We got 10 power. We have another 20 coming. So there we go. Or I'm sorry, 10, how much do these make? 18. I guess a little different from each of the earlier ones. It kind of makes sense too. But still, 18 more power at 28 extra power. So we're okay for right this second. Let's see here. Execute guard. No, thank you. Side stories. Do we have giving up the ghost? We have to lure him back here. Let's do it. Lure target, please.
Come, hated rival, and face your shadowy doom.
Oh, I see now. Okay, so what happened is they actually come by boat. Remember the first one, they actually had a boat and they kind of walked up the beach to our dock. This is actually kind of how they get in now. That makes the most sense to me. At least that's what I'm thinking here. All right, so let's get to Iris down here waiting. These people are running from something, and I don't like it. Ah, the other soldier's sitting right there. That's not ideal with the super agent there.
Left alone. Find and kill.
Iris compliance. Threat identified. Stand by.
Right, good.
For
We have soldiers
elimination.
running down there. Yeah, let's go to the research menu. Let's work on
Your scientists
that one.
have discovered something. Awaiting command.
Alright, good. We actually got rid of those soldiers relatively quickly.
Your minions are in combat.
I will cast a shadow over all.
Why did it say that we lured him? So he's right there.
You took my dreams, so I will take everything else from you.
Alright, that's a little odd.
I am more.
Oh, there we go.
I am a shadow itself, and it does not bleed.
So we collect that reward.
You sabotaged my audition. I worked my whole life for that chance, and you took it from me.
Oh, don't blame it all on me. After all, you could have just been better at your job.
It's also fair.
I will make you pay for this. I will make you rue the day you crossed the spectrum.
And how, exactly, do you intend to do that? I have a mighty organization behind me. You have no one.
No one, you say? We will see about that.
It's interesting to say the least. Alright. And what do we got here? We have the feasting shark are up in arms. So, Spectro has recruited Full Metal Jackie, the arms dealer, to equip and supply his mysterious outfit. If you don't stop it, his troops will be deadlier than ever. That would be interesting. Or we can do the Feasting Shark. For the next phase of his plan, Spectro has recruited a mysterious operative to hunt down various leaders from the forces of justice. Oh, he's hunting the super agents. Ah. Spectro's new associates have been tasked with assassinating leading figures of world peace from around the globe. Your minions must... Do we actually have to save super agents? That would be incredible. You know what? We get 20 guards for that one, or this one we get a ray... Oh. We get a ray gun.
You very wise woman to see the benefits that can come from working with someone of my power.
If we can't play as Spectro as another evil genius, I'd be surprised.
I mean, you talked about making heaps of cash. I'll let any man find me some grog to tell me more about that.
Now, money is the least of what we stand to You will use your talents.
This is
to
interesting.
earn
I'm
my
really excited to see this.
And me as well.
Oh, now you're talking, mate. What kind of number do you want me to set you up with?
A kind of weapon that can never be bought or taken.
Destroy targets on the world stage. What do we got going on out of here? Capture the frag. Full Metal Jackie exchange fragmentation grenades to arm Spectro's forces. Have your saboteurs sneak in and disarm any fuses, running them with glorified paperweights. Let's do it. Now, what else we got here? We've got Jackie's the market for a tank at Spectro's request. As she takes one out for a spin, have your minions attack and run her off the road. Let's do it. And where's the third one at? Probably at a place we haven't unlocked yet. Yes, it is right here. Let's scout it up. We'll read it. Jackie's acquired for Spectro a new machine gun turret that uses special experimental hollow point rounds. You can't get the target. You can't get to the turret, so the next best thing is to make it useless. Steal all the bullets. Seems pretty simple enough.
Is deserting.
How are we doing money-wise? We still got plenty of money and time, so nothing too crazy on that one. Let's see here. Power station tiles, I'm not really concerned about that. But we're trying to build our first ray gun. Because why not? Because every evil genius needs a good ray gun and a shark tank. That's the two big things. Ray gun, shark tank. Perfect.
A new criminal network has been established.
So that means we can go ahead and start doing this mission over here. We need 9 valets. Good lord. We can get that eventually, but you know.
The heat at a criminal network has attracted.
That one's locked down. This one's locked down. All right. Well, this is not already starting out terribly. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead. We'll need a lot of valets, so let's get 16 of them. I say a lot, but 16 is what we're going to go with because, you know, it's not ideal. But so far, we'll get one more scientist because I like a nice even number. But yeah, so far, I think this game's going. It's a little harder, I can tell. But it seems like it's actually quite a bit of fun. It's actually, I think this is going to be another good playthrough of the game, and we'll see how it goes. There we go. Got some more breakthroughs coming on here. This gives me, that's my evil geniuses. That's all henchmen. I already did that one. So let's look at something, maybe at the lair. Yes, let's go ahead and do this one. It's going to cost us 22 grand, but we have plenty of money right now. Also need to get this one back up and going. Turn the power back on there. We have the power to turn it back on. And yeah, it seems like we're doing okay. It's kind of calmed down a little bit, which is nice because then we don't have to worry about too many people. We are got a lot of people back out doing some work, distracting people. However, we do need to get some thievery done. We need to stop Full Metal Jackie because that could be an issue eventually. Let's also go over here and complete this one. Get all 3 of those knocked out really quick. So Full Metal Jackie, I think that's the 4. So Full Metal Jackie, Eli Barracuda, the guy, I can't remember the guy's name. He's like the African hunter. I don't remember the 4th one. Those are the 4 that get special skins because you have this guy. And I kind of want to see all those. And actually, most of those, except for I think maybe one of them, I actually had last game. So we'll actually get to see some new henchmen as well. Kind of a cool thing, I think.
Dead. Find them.
So what else we got going on here? Side stories. Okay, whatever. I don't really care about scouting.
A scheme has succeeded.
I want to see these missions get
Your
done.
vaults are full.
That one's okay. Two of the 3 are done now, and here comes the 3rd one.
Task complete.
Police research up in arms. Alright, so this guy is now going to come after us. Probably with soldiers too, if I had to guess. Let's go over here. We don't... Oh, we do. It's right here. We need data banks. Crap, we need some data stuff. Which is fine. We do need them eventually, but they also are kind of expensive. Kind of the issue.
You do not have enough power to sustain this build order.
Let's cancel that one. We'll just get one for right now, because... Well, we don't really have the room to move this out anymore. Kind of an issue, I would say. But with story missions like that, it's actually not as bad to try to get those. However, do we have the guards? We do. Let's go ahead and resolve that threat. If he does show up, he has less people, or just, if it's just him, we can take care of him. But yeah, it's going to take us a little bit more though.
It is time you learn to fear the name of a Spectro.
Well, let's bring it on, dude. Let's see what happens.
Your vaults are almost full.
You have two... hold on, return the list. What do we got now? Strike like the wind? Oh, okay. And then, what was the other one? Oh, it looks like that was just a update on Up in Arms. Alright, that works.
Here's Jackie. Ready to make a deal?
Look at that! Oh, you can't see that crap. Jackie has a new outfit on. That's just kind of cool.
You have a command?
Let's get Iris down here and make sure she's ready. Where is Full Metal? Where are they at? Oh, there they are. So there is Espirito and Full Metal Jackie. She actually has a different outfit on, which is it's cool. Like it's different. Like here's the thing: is they're already starting to do some like custom skins and things like that. That's awesome. Like I want to see more of this. Like, oh yeah, by the way, because they're not working for you, they're working for this person, they actually look different. They actually went down a different path. That is neat to me.
Comply. Termination program activated. Your minions are in combat.
Yeah, I've got some guards down here now. They should be able to take him down pretty quickly. But also, you remember Full Metal Jackie's here too.
Defensive protocols online.
Let's be mates, friend.
There we go. Pretty easy to take care of them. Hire more minions. We'll take care of that here shortly. Take us a little bit longer than I would like to see to get this research done. Oh, great. A wave of soldiers have arrived at my front door. Not something you want to see every day. I don't see where they're at, though. That's a bit concerning. I don't see the soldiers anywhere. Taking that long to get up here? I don't know. But we shouldn't have that research on here momentarily. We'll have the money to actually do the research as well, so we should be okay there.
New research has
Great.
been completed.
Let's go ahead and get this one going here. Oh, they're starting to cower there, those soldiers.
There's an intruder here. Kill them.
They're just scaring everybody off. It's not ideal. Let's make sure Iris is down here.
Optimal route.
Oh, she's right there. So awesome. She's ready to go there.
Multitasking. Purging unwanted files.
There we go. That's not what I wanted to see. If they use their gun, it usually is... It takes a little bit longer. Let's do that.
Firewall.
There we go. Should be able to take care of him now. Great. So that doesn't... That was a little bit easier. We're getting a little bit a better handle on soldiers. Still not ideal though, but they are getting better.
Research has been paused.
But I think after we get this research done, we'll get Up in Arms done. I think after that, I think we'll start wrapping up the stream. We only have about maybe about 15 minutes left than we usually do, but we're kind of. I think this is a good stopping point. We're learning about a Spectro. He's recruited some of the people that I wanted to recruit. He's a bit of a pain in the butt, fair enough. Yeah, we'll get to see what more next time, which will be next Wednesday. I really don't want to wait that long. I might have to try a different stream. But we'll see about that later on. But yeah, let's try to get Up in Arms done. We're up to 85% research done. We really don't want to go out and steal any more money because we don't have anywhere to put it right now. Which maybe we can actually fix that. Let's go ahead. Number one, we might lose a little bit of cash here. But if we do something like this... You see what I mean? We're actually increasing our gold reserve by 12,000 just by doing that, and they're tiny. So that helps us quite a bit to just get more money into a room this size. By following Jackie's and Spirito's operations, you're starting to get an idea of what they're up to. Have your scientists look into it further, so we just got that one done. Interrogate arms dealer goon. I guess we're going to get a goon that shows up here shortly. Not really sure. Or are they out here on the world stage? Let me take a look here. Those are your investors. We don't really want to look at those right this second. I don't see anybody out here. Those are another one of those. So they got to be coming to the base here then. As to where they're at, not really sure, but
A criminal network has too much heat and has locked down.
Alright, Jackie, where's your people at? Come on, I just want to capture them. We just need to talk to them. There's just workers. I don't see where her goons are at. Which is not ideal, because I really do want to see where their goons are, like, you know, where they're coming from, things like that. No, oh, you know what? We have research we can be doing, and it might be time just to get the stairs. It's going to cost us a little bit of money. But we should have plenty. Yeah, we should have plenty to start it and still pay our minions. So, not what I'm looking for. All right.
Kill that intruder for.
Well, let's capture one just in case, if that is the ones.
For science.
Awaited by your command. Termination program activated.
I'm going with guards running down here, making sure.
Is in danger. Activating defensive measures.
See, I don't know if that's one of the arms dealer goons or not. Maybe they're not, because they're right here. Let's kill that one and capture that one.
That intruder found and
kill that one.
They'll ruin everything.
Command process Iris says no.
Wow. She might be recharging somewhere. I don't know that for a fact, but you know, it makes some sense. Scaring all my people out of my casino, not ideal. Not a big fan of that.
An agent has been affirmative.
You know, she might have been escorting the person over here. I didn't even think about that. But you know what? We can always use the intelligence. At least right this second. Alright, let's start getting rid of some of these as well. Matter of fact, we can probably get rid of all of these and not have to really worry about it anymore. For right now, we are still even. Like, this is...
Not enough gold to complete this construction.
Let's sell all this. Confirm. Should be fine. If we weren't fine, we're fine now, but we'll see here in just a moment how much we really need.
Interrogation success. An agent has given us their secrets.
Ah, there are, yes, they work their way into the base. That's not ideal, but you know, they are here.
Iris unit in valid command.
Not ideal that they're just knocking out my people
Your
again,
minions are in combat.
but hopefully they will be able to take them out without too many of them dying. This guy's gonna be close to being just knocked out. Yeah, so the other two are gone. We just gotta get this last guy subdued. There we go. Vault's coming along pretty okay.
Research has been paused.
Plenty of money there, so nothing to be too concerned about. We can always expand this. I mean, we've got plenty of room to put more shelving and stuff like that in there. So, not too concerned with
Research
that.
has resumed. A minion is deserting.
That's not ideal. Where's this person we just captured at? I know he was around here somewhere. Where is he at? Oh, he's already in the prison cell. Alright, great. Escort that prisoner to the interrogation room, please. Looks like Irish is going to do the interrogating today. Not bad.
An interrogation has
There we go.
succeeded.
Complete Down Underworld
have
on the
more
world stage.
intel.
That's fantastic. Number one, it's a fantastic name. Number two, we do need to get a few. We have to get our own criminal network going down there. But so Jackie and Spectro have set up shop in an abandoned warehouse on the docks of Sydney. Send your team up there to smash the place up. Hopefully, this is the last one. We are actually running out of time. I figured we'd be wrapping this up a little earlier than this, and then I guess it's taken a little bit longer. But yeah, it does happen. But that's okay. That means you guys get more content out of me for this time. There we go. We can go ahead and launch that scheme. It's kind of nice being able to just go like, all right, cool, let's just go do it. Not even have to worry about it. We're not going to be able to pay our minions, though. Not ideal.
You have 0 seconds to comply.
Oh, crap. Where are we fighting at? Hold on. Oh, yeah, more soldiers.
Your
Not
minions
ideal.
are in combat.
But we have a lot of guards there. Pummeling them. Now, most need to go out to the world stage. That's the problem. Not ideal, but it happens. We got 5 of the 11 out there. Not ideal. 7, 8. We out of muscle minions? Yeah, we're only at 9. Oh boy. First they're training and then going right out. Oof. That's not ideal, to be sure. And there should be all 11 of them out there. So we got a helicopter now to get everyone to get into the helicopter. There we go. Fly them over. Oh, we got our stairs finally. We'll wait on our research because we're running a little low on cash right this second here. Boosh. Destroy target on the world. Good lord, people. How many people? There we go. Oh, we need a level 2 criminal network.
Task complete.
So, the description says, Spectre and Jackie aim to steal the prototype of an unused Doomsday ray gun. The last thing you need from them is their own Doomsday device. Do you have a team intervene? Okay. Well, unfortunately, we need a level 2 network to do that, and we'll need to research then, and we are really out of time. So we'll have to wait until next time to do that one. So let's go ahead and save this game here. Local, new save. Save. There we go. Project Utopia. It's guys, I've actually enjoyed today's stream really a lot. We've had a lot of great people come in. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I was having fun. I'm really excited to see what this new guy has in store for us, and the new stuff that we can get through him, and the new henchman skins. I want to see them all. I think it's be great. But for now, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. If you guys really enjoyed this stream, please leave a follow on the stream. A lot of people have today. We're up trying to get to 75. I think we're up to 65 already. We only need 10 more, and it's not even May yet. It's going to be May. It's going to be May when we stream next time. But we're trying to get to there before August. We got a while before then. So it's great to see that. If you guys are interested in more of my content, maybe you want to see the original playthrough of Evil Genius 2 or the original Evil Genius, I actually have both of them on there, as well as a lot of other videos. You can actually go check out my YouTube channel. There actually is a link below the stream here. You're more than welcome to check that out and leave a subscribe there. It'd be great as well. If you are new here, I do stream only 2 times a week right now. I stream every Wednesday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so, yeah, this is kind of how the stream goes. I hope you guys really enjoyed this stream. I know I did. And I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. So, guys, have a great weekend. I will see you guys back here on Wednesday for some more Evil Genius 2. We're going to try to figure out who this guy is. I really am kind of curious. I really want to see what's going to go on. And I want to see some of the new items that we can get from him. But until then, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Or have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day today. And a great Monday and Tuesday. And I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday for some more Evil Genius. Take care, everyone.